Hey guys, how are you all doing tonight? Welcome to, actually we're sitting in Silverstone right now. I probably should have updated my desktop background. But anyway, welcome to Canada, eh? Tonight for a practice session and qualifying and race. We're going to be doing a 2 hour, 15 minute, I think it is. Details are down in the description anyway for practice, a short qualifying, 15-minute qualifying and a half-hour race. Preparation for this weekend's PESC All-Stars race again, but an excuse to join in with you guys and have a bit of fun on track. So if you want to get involved in the actual practice session, the event and whatnot, the links are down in the description below for our Discord. Jump in there and all the details will be there. You're more than welcome to jump in. First come, first serve. The only thing we ask is if you do join in, you're welcome to come and go as you please during the practice session. If you do want to do the race though, just please try to stick around for the whole thing. Try not to rage quit because we don't want to end up with spots empty that could have been filled by people that wanted to race. But otherwise, welcome guys. Let's just have a quick look at the chat here. We've got a couple of minutes probably until the lobby goes up. Should have a couple of people joining in shortly, I think. So, how are we all going? G'day Ned, how you doing, mate? How you going, Flea? Good to see you here, mate. What time is it there, man? I've got my maple syrup here as well. Coles branded though, which is like a home brand. Maybe I should, I don't know, it looks kind of, should we finish this off? I don't know. Oh, a bit sweet. I might put my maple syrup down, I think. 2:30, is that 2:30 a.m. is it? Crazy. That's commitment, man. That's commitment. We're in iRacing, Joshua. Yes, it's in iRacing. Good morning, Untidy Tech. How you going, man? Good to see ya. All right, lobby. If Tom has set this up correctly, I'll blame him. I'm starting to get a reputation for blaming everybody else, so that's okay. There we go. Lobby's up. Let's get in there. All right. Just get the bits and pieces sorted here. Okay. Alright, that is joining. Probably got a V. What have we got going on here? No, that's fine. That's all good. Join. There's the button. I was thinking we'd probably have a prompt for our VR headset, but we're all good. Is iRacing worth getting into? It really depends on what you're after, man. Like, I mean, if you want quality online racing that's taken a little bit more seriously than other sims generally are outside of league racing, at least, then yeah, it's worth it for me at least. But just don't go in and just buy a whole bunch of content. Kind of be, think about exactly what you want to do, and then just buy the content for the things that you want to race in or the series that you want to race in, rather than going in and just going, oh, I want that car, I want that car, I want that car, because that gets expensive very quickly, and yeah, not really the correct approach, I would say. So only spend what you need to. But yeah, it's good fun. All right, looks like we've got a bunch of guys jumping in already. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other people in there already, which is great. And yeah, as I said before, for those who might be just jumping in now, if anybody else wants to jump in, you are more than welcome to. Links are down in the description for joining the session. So we're running fixed setup, baseline setup, 115 litres of fuel for starting, same as the All-Stars series. But let's have a look. What do we got here? Anybody out on track yet? Got a few people in here. I haven't had a chance to do a whole bunch of practice yet, so I reckon let's just get out there, huh? Let's get this happening. Now my VRS coach, who I've been talking about a little bit recently, PESC Gilles, has been, he's actually put up a data pack for me already, which I've done a bit of studying on. I was about 2 seconds behind him, but I've only done about 15 laps practice so far, so we're going to have to do a bit of practice tonight to get quick. And for those who are wondering about the VRS process as well, putting the glove on the wrong hand, must be the maple syrup. For those who are wondering about that whole process as well, there will be a video with Tom's just finished editing it today, actually. So there'll be a video going live, hopefully tomorrow, with the with all the VRS stuff from last week that I did, the training and everything, to give you guys an idea of how all that works. So that's one to look forward to. I think that's going to really be a good insight to a lot of people. So let's head out here. G'day, Tom Reed. How you doing, mate? Going well here. Going well here. A bit tired still. It's been a long week, but can't complain, mate. Can't complain. Thanks for jumping in. Super Troopers with the syrup. Should have another swig of the syrup before we head out. See if we can get a little bit more out of this. All right. Canadian maple syrup. Here we go. Oh, it's so sweet. I do love it, but... All right. We're all juiced up. We're good to go. Might try.
It exit's clear.
Oh, we want our pit limiter. I'm not gonna do that this week. I'm not gonna drive around with my pit limiter off and get penalties the entire session. I promise. It really is like cough medicine, isn't it? It's probably gonna choke me up now. I need a drink. All right, we can turn the pit limiter off now. I think this is going to be a bit of a wreck fest. We have 3 fast repairs enabled tonight, but I'd say there's probably going to be a few rage quits. I have said to the guys, particularly for this track, please don't rage quit, because we don't want to end up with an empty lobby, but it's all good. So we're just going to take it nice and easy, get these tyres warmed up. Oh man, I tell you what, I'm not regretting that maple syrup. It tastes amazing. No regrets whatsoever. Now, Pascalis from VRS was going to try and jump in tonight for a little bit as well, but he had a very, very busy schedule this week, so he couldn't make any guarantees. So hopefully we'll see him later on, but we can't guarantee anything tonight. But we really appreciated him jumping in last week. It was really cool. So the good stuff, Graham. Absolutely. Thanks for jumping in, mate. That's the secret, is it? 50-50. Drink maple syrup and go faster. It's like NOS. Yeah, my wife gets angry with me when I use maple syrup. I sometimes put maple syrup on my breakfast cereal and she gets really angry. I suppose if that's the worst thing that I do to get in trouble from the missus, then I'm doing okay, right? God, these tyres are so slippery here. Oh, Siri's going crazy on me again. What is going on with Siri at the moment, guys? I feel like every
I
update...
realise you're broadcasting, but evening, Will.
How you going, mate?
Very good. How you been?
Pretty good. Can't complain.
Family all good? Kids good?
Yeah. All good.
Yeah. Checking in after last week.
Yeah, last week was crazy. No, Jill's out for dinner tonight, so I'm on dad duty right now. So if I have to run off in a hurry, but I've got the baby monitor next to me, so...
I love the fact that you've added... We'll count that as an extra screen in the rig, a baby monitor.
Yeah, baby monitor screen. Actually, I should have it on the screen so that if they wake up, she should be home in about 20 minutes anyway. So hopefully it works out.
You've got that high one over your head, don't you?
Not anymore. No, that's.
That'd be a perfect spot for it.
It would.
Use some of the sim dashes, you know, with the red lights and stuff, so when they scream really loud.
A legend face. I've missed you, Flea. It's always more fun when you're here, mate. How's the rally series going? Alright, let's have a look at what lap times others are throwing down here. 1:45.8. My best so far is a 1:46, but as I said, I've hardly done any laps. Pash did a 1:43.8 was his best lap in the data pack that he sent me. but he said that he only had a time to do a couple of laps as well. So we'll see what a competitive time looks like in a while, I suppose. Oh, we're gonna hit the wall. Oof. All right, let's get these tires warmed up properly, huh? Get out there. Just finished qualifying and the finals. Awesome, man. Awesome. Good stuff. Hit limiter.
Take care, there's a car approaching. Disengage
Hopefully we can
limiter.
come out behind somebody. Or alongside somebody. I'm going to just jump out of the way here, since we're on cold tyres. Whoa!
That's a new fastest lap for Flop, 145.26.
145.2, getting quicker, getting quicker. Yeah, the overlap is still definitely, it's just concentrating on it and trying to break that habit. And you'll see in the VRS video that I'm putting up tomorrow, it's still definitely a habit. Yeah, call me up on it, guys. If you see me doing it, rage on me. I'd say smash the dislike button every time you see me do it, but that's probably not a wise idea. Smash the like button every time I do it. The more likes the video gets, the worse my driving is, or something. Luke's just buying the car. Awesome, man. This is a really good car. I really like this car. You'll enjoy it. It's one of my favorites in iRacing that I've tried, at least. I haven't driven every car. Yeah, VRS video, well, it's edited, it's ready to go. I've just got to do the thumbnail and everything, but because we had the stream tonight, with the way YouTube's algorithm is, it does silly things when you kind of post a video right before a stream, and yeah, it messes things up. So decided to hold off on it until tomorrow. Oh, Dave Oliver's here. He's joining. Awesome. Good to see Dave Oliver in here. Old mate of mine. He's pretty new to iRacing as well. He was doing Project Cars on Xbox competitively for quite some time.
Sector 1 is 1.2 off the pace.
Whoa, still cold on the tyres. It's free to press the dislike button.
Sector 2 is a second off the pace.
Okay, I'm gonna try and focus for a bit here. Yeah, the curbs are absolutely brutal here, man. This track is... It's not a hard track, but it's a punishing track. One little mistake and you are in big trouble.
P6, that's your best lap in the session. Sector 3 is 0.32 off the pace.
Okay, try and get a decent lap in here. Track's actually not feeling too bad at the moment.
Sector 1 time's okay. Yellow flag.
turned in a little late there.
The leader has just done a 1:45.04.
A little slow there. I don't know whether... Let me know. What do you reckon? Second or first for that bend? I can't remember what Patch did in the data pack now, which is going to annoy me. I feel like you get better turn around the apex in first, but we lost about 5/10 there, which kind of sucks.
On your left. Clear left.
The guy behind has just done a 2:12.64.
Alright, what was this time? Should be a 1:46, I think. 1:45.8, okay.
P4, that's your quickest lap. That puts you 0.8 off the pace. The car in front has just posted a...
Right side. Hold your line. Still there.
Back out, let him through.
Clear right.
Don't really feel like having to do 4 laps to warm up the tyres again. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. First in, second out. That makes sense. That sounds kind of rude, doesn't it?
Sector
Curb
1
mounting
is
is definitely
2.1
scary.
seconds off the pace.
What corner are you referring to when you're talking about using first gear?
The sharp right-hander hairpin.
Okay, I'll have to check my entry speed, but do note that first gear's only good for like 60k an hour in this thing.
Yeah. No, it just feels like
Alright.
it hooks around and hugs the apex a bit better in first.
Still there. Hold your line. Clear right.
Sector 2 is 1.1 off the pace.
What's Corey up to? He spun out. Oh noes. Come a cropper. Alright, I'm going to drop back from these guys a little bit because it's just causing problems at the moment. It's just slowing me down. It's not really conducive to good quality practice here, so...
Left side. Clear left.
I'm going to let Corey get a little bit further ahead so I'm not worrying about him. Oh, he's letting me past.
Sector 1 is 1.1 seconds off the pace.
How competitive is it? Not very. I mean, some of the guys at the front are very competitive and very fast, but you're more than welcome to join any skill level. As long as you are driving sensibly and you're not taking people out and being an idiot, then you're more than welcome to jump in. Doesn't matter whether you're day one or, you know. Yeah, I don't know about first. We'll see. Do we call it fries or chips down here? Generally fries. Chips, we call like Smith's chips or like Pringles, we call them chips. And French fries, like as in what you get at McDonald's, those are generally called fries. Although a lot of people do call them chips as well. I think that like it kind of used to be chips and now people are kind of... Alright, I'm going to just let Corey go here because he's like letting me overtake him and then harassing me again, so...
Sector 3 is
be on your merry way, mate.
Left side, clear left. Far left, clear left.
Shall I go and tell Corey to stop making nuisance?
Sector 1 is 2.0 off the pace.
Ah, Dave Cam's here. How you going, man? Yeah, I was thinking the same, Dave. Does seem to give you a little bit more hook. How you doing, buddy? Thanks for joining in. Dave Cam from out of nowhere.
Sector 2 is 1.5 seconds off the pace.
Okay, I'm going to focus for a bit here now. We've got a bit more of a clear track. Probably don't need to go down to second there, I don't think. How's your kitchen going, Dave?
Sector 3 time is fast.
Ah, too late on the apex there. Should have gone out wider and cut in. That was a silly line. Oops, in the wall. Don't think it's done too much damage. Won't be the first time that happens, I don't think. Maybe we do have heavy damage. We'll see. Feels a little sketchy.
Sector
Oh,
1
builders
is
are almost
0.7
done.
off the
Awesome.
pace.
You got to do the decoration yourself. Sucker for punishment.
Sector 2 is 0.43 off the pace.
G'day, DJ. How you doing, mate?
The track temperature's rising. It's now 36 Celsius.
Whoa! Almost rolled it.
You're currently 1.9 seconds off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.8 off the pace.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go back in the pits and then come out again because I'm sick of Corey being on my ass like that. I'm trying to practice. So it just keeps pulling over, letting me past, and then just sitting on my tail again. It's kind of annoying. All right, let's get out there.
There's a car approaching. Don't cross the white line. Black flag will need to
Black
hit
flag.
surface
I
penalty.
did it. I told you I was gonna do it. I lasted. How long did I last? I lasted 38 minutes without getting a black flag, so it was okay. How many people? Actually, I'm just gonna have a quick look and see how many people we got in the session.
The leader has just done a
Seems like a lot.
144.75.
Quite a few. Still got room for some more though, so if anybody else wants to jump in, feel free. Some more maple syrup. Ah. There you go, Fleet. Hope you're happy, mate. All right. How are we doing for lap times here? 1:45.8 is my best so far. What are other people doing? 1:44.7. So I'm a second off the fastest, which is Daniel as usual. Nice work, Daniel. He's quick. And he's quick in everything as well. It's really annoying. Slow down, Daniel. The
but
syrup's...
inconsistent.
I'm drinking maple syrup because we're in Canada. What was that?
Inconsistent though. The amount of laps I've been doing to get that one good one.
Oh, right, yeah. I'm not even worrying about lap times yet. I'm just worrying about trying to
There's traffic
set
behind.
some good
Watch your
habits.
mirrors.
I
Black
did it
flag.
again.
We'll need to come into the pits to serve it.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I'm still having to not
Okay,
overcommit
focus.
on the brakes here. But yeah, like it's 9 laps in and only 2 that I consider genuinely
Yeah.
Watch your mirrors. There's a car approaching.
We've actually come out behind Daniel, so that's handy. Follow him for a little bit. If we can keep up. Probably won't keep up on cold tyres. But I don't want to be too close behind though. I want to leave a bit of a gap and, you know, let people practice. No point in riding on people's
Slow
asses in
down
practice session. What was that?
This is the part where I slow down so you can stay up, you can keep with me.
No, it's cool, man. I can kind of, this distance is fine, but I mean, you do your thing, man. Don't worry about me. A heist based on stealing maple syrup. $150 people in the chat, or in the stream I should say. Thank you very much for joining in, guys. Always appreciate you guys watching. It's a lot more fun than practicing on my own.
P4.
Okay, I'm a little aggressive on the brakes there. I think that's compromising my turn in for the next bend. Whoa, jeez. Cold tires. Now we got to do it again. All right, come on.
It exit is clear.
It's the annoying thing about this track. You put it in the wall so easily. I asked Pascalis the other day as well if
Yellow flag.
weaving
Caution.
to warm up the tyres actually helps, or whether it's a placebo. He reckons it's a placebo as well. He doesn't reckon it does anything. Warming brakes, yes. Warming tyres, no. So there you go, guys. For those who have been wondering, coach says no. Jeez. The car, I think it depends on where you are. I think the cars are $11.99 and the tracks are $14.99 or something like that. I think that's right. Depends on where you are in the world though.
Okay, well, there's a car exit in the pits. Heads up.
Difference might be local taxes.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I think you're right. I'm not getting that first turn right, that's for sure. Tyres are still a little cold, but... Whoops, round she goes. This corner in particular is really hard on cold tyres. It's deceptively slidey.
Sector 1 is 1.1 seconds off the pace.
Change that screen as well. It's a bit bright in my face at the moment. There we go.
On your right. Hold your line. Clear right.
Sector 2 is 0.7 off the pace.
Yeah, iRacing is expensive, but I don't know. I mean, obviously compare it to the cost of real racing, but yeah, it is expensive. And I think there is an argument for that paywall barrier. You know, weeds out a lot of the people that just want to ruin it for others. So I'm not against it, but I do think that there are elements that could be handled better when it comes to value for money, for sure. But we did a video talking about that a bit the other day, actually. Check that out. Why is Siri just constantly going off? I've actually got another video coming up, maybe later this week, I'm not sure. 5 things I think they could improve about iRacing. Constructive criticism. So watch out for that one as well.
You're a second off the pace in Sector 1.
How's iRacing for an old guy? 70's not old, mate. What are you talking about? No, I mean, it's good. I think that what I would say is try to get in a league. Like, for me, in my older age, I would say I find the most satisfaction in that type of racing where you're in with a bunch of people that are like-minded. You kind of know what to expect. And I think the main element... Okay, I'm going to take my watch off because Siri's just constantly going off here.
Sector 2 is 1.4 seconds off the pace.
Trying to hit the wall. There we go. As I was trying to say before Siri rudely interrupted us, one of the elements that's missing in online racing in general, which you get in a league, is getting to know the character of other drivers as well. So, like, for example, in this Porsche All-Stars series that I'm doing, like, I'm starting to know what the driver's temperament is like and how they react, and, you know, I can adapt my driving style accordingly. And that's a really fun element that tends to be missing in general online racing unless you're always doing the same series and always with the same people. So I think it's worth joining a league just for that element alone. Alright, we'll try and get past somewhere nearby. Oh, thank you. Or not. No, I thought it was letting me past.
Car left.
There we go. Get past now.
Hold your line. Still there. Clear left.
The car ahead has just done a 145.63.
Yeah, I actually got an invite, Ashley, to go out to Mount Panorama on Friday. Some of the guys from Logitech actually invited me to go out with them, but I've just got too much on this week, unfortunately. I can't make it out, but next time. But I did very much appreciate the offer. Mount Panorama is only about 3.5, 4 hours drive from me.
B6. Sector 3 is 0.33 off the pace.
Oh, understeer. So hard to be consistent around here.
Sector 1 is 0.6 off the pace.
Using first in the hairpin, I would suggest second because you're slowing up a lot compared to me.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to ask you. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
I'm just riding second because I tried my normal line in first and I was like in the middle of the corner on the limit up.
Right, okay. I'll give it a shot. Thank you. Okay, let's try and put in a couple of quick ones. How do I cope with all the spiders?
It's been an improvement for you, though.
I actually had a spider
You're now
on my
1.2
wall
seconds
in the
off the
studio
leader's pace.
a couple
You
of
need to
days
find
ago,
the
and I
10th
never
in
found him
sector 3.
again. You just kind of get used to it, to be honest. It's just a part of life. But we get the Sydney funnel webs here, which are one of the deadliest spiders in the world. I pull like 3 or 4 of them out of my swimming pool every single day. They like swimming, and they're really dangerous there too, because they blow a little air bubble underneath themselves, and then they can survive underwater for like a week. So you pull them out of the water, you think they're dead, and then they come running away. You've got to be real careful of those little buggers.
Sector 1 is 0.7 off the pace.
Why am I using the Simucube over Fanatic? Well, this is a Simucube 2 Ultimate, so it's pretty much twice the price of a Fanatic, and it is significantly smoother force feedback than the Fanatic has. But if I didn't have this, I'd have no problem using a DD2. Although my DD2, as you guys would have seen, kind of suffered a
Sector 2
awkward
is
fate.
0.42 off the pace.
Alright, I'm going to back out, let Daniel pass.
Car left. Clear left.
So Daniel's still fastest with a 144.
You're now 2.1 seconds off the pace. You've just done a 146.88.
Oh, jeez, it just snaps on you there. But Jill just got home, so I can turn off the baby monitor in a minute. Ah, braking too late there too.
Sector 1 is 1.2 off the pace.
I'm definitely not braking too early. Because I did the VRS data pack that my coach sent me. I studied his braking markers. You still only want to brake to about 80% in this car, even though it does have ABS. Anything more than that seems to be detrimental rather than beneficial. Yeah. Jill, my wife, went out for dinner tonight, so I've been on daddy duty for the last, well, since the stream started. had the baby monitor next to me just in case. The kids are asleep though. They're generally pretty good these days. For the first few hours of the night anyway, they tend to, all hell breaks loose after about 11 p.m. They start waking up and crying and screaming. Poor Jill ends up most of the night.
The leader's just done at 144.53.
Oh, carrying too much speed there again. Had to back out, lost my exit. And again there, too late on the brakes. Favorite car on iRacing? I don't know, I really like this car. But I don't use that many different cars. Like, I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm certainly not an authority on what the best car is in iRacing because I don't drive enough of them. I'd ask, I don't know if Dave Cam's still in here. He was in here a minute ago, but he'd be the guy that I'd probably ask. You get redbacks down there. Yeah, we get a lot of redbacks here too. We just get everything here. We're in like a hotspot for dangerous wildlife. Favorite track? I really like Road Atlanta. It's a good track. Spa's obviously a favorite too. Everybody loves Spa. But no, Road Atlanta is definitely one of the better tracks in iRacing, I think. But again, I haven't done every single track.
That puts you 2.8 seconds off the pace.
Might go in and grab some fresh tyres in a minute, I think. Daniel's just done the same. Might try one more lap after this one, I think.
Brake bias.
Actually, I should probably wind my brake bias back too and try that. Go back to minus 2.25. Seems to be the sweet spot. Yeah, there's some good IMSA tracks, isn't there? Road America's good too. Okay, that was a faster exit. That seemed to work well. I like short shifted into first and then quickly jump back to second again. That actually seemed to hook me around quite well. I gained about 0.4 of a second there. Hey, random call sign. Thanks for joining in, buddy. Good to see ya. Oh! I was going to come in for tyres anyway. Wall of Champions. Oh, well. You don't like Road Atlanta, Slim? It's no good. Oh, that was a big clobber too. Okay, let's have a look at what other people are doing here. So Daniel's a 144.5, half a second faster. Dave Oliver 145.5 as well. We can definitely improve on this time though. Can definitely improve on this time. And again, if any of you guys that are watching want to jump in,
done a 144.49.
you are more than welcome to do so. I'm just going to switch off the
Just as
baby
you're going
monitor.
through the list.
There's the baby monitor. There's the kids. There's Benny, asleep. And Lizzie, there she is. Both fast asleep. That's good. Good kids. Sip of water too. I don't think I'm going to drink any more maple syrup though. I'll be bouncing off the walls all night. Okay. Oh, thanks, Marty. That's good to know. How's my crossover going now? Am I still? Because that's one of the big problems I've been having is I'm hitting the brakes while I'm still on the throttle, so I'm carrying too much speed on entry. So I can't see the data on that on my screen, but you guys can on the overlay screen. So let me know. Ideally, my crossover should be at about 20% braking pressure, and I'm finding that my my crossover is more like at 60 to 80% a lot of the time, which is bad. So, short crossover, that's good. See, my lap times are a little bit slower at the moment because I'm focusing on those elements and trying to really hone in on adjusting those habits. So that's really good to know. Thank you. I love you guys, honestly. It's so helpful having a team of people that can kind of spot stuff and tell you what's going on. All right.
There's a car approaching.
Did I get the
Don't
black
cross the
flag?
white
Yeah, I
line.
did.
Watch
Did
your
it
mirrors.
again.
Black flag. We'll need to pit to serve the penalty.
I'll remember one of these days. I will. Okay. Pit limiter on.
Car approaching. Watch your mirrors.
Whoa! It's like ice racing. I think we should rename it from iRacing to ice racing. At least for the first couple of laps. This car in particular is so sketchy on cold tyres. I don't know whether it's... I'm not sure what the width is of the wheels on the Cayman GT4. It feels almost like a Toyota 86 or a BRZ on Yaris wheels. Just for the first few laps. It was a half decent catch. I mean, I'd prefer to not be sliding around everywhere, but at least I can catch it.
Hello.
Hey, hey, hey. Whoa. Stay off the wall. Stay off the wall. There we go.
Hello.
Oh, we came out behind Daniel again, did we? Oh no, was it Daniel? Looks like Daniel's skin.
Is the car leaving
Yes,
the pit
we
lane?
did. That was
Wait, come on.
convenient, wasn't it?
Can you hear me, Tom?
Yes.
I got you.
Ah, g'day, Daniel.
So I've been doing safety car things, which involves spinning in every corner.
Ka-chow! Rusties! Nice. Lightning McQueen. We watched a bit of that in the house.
Are you still in the pit lane, Tom, or have you disappeared?
Oh, I'm gone, mate.
Oh,
Clear right. On your right. Clear right.
.245 front and 295. That's what I had on my BRZ, actually.
Ah.
That's exactly the same
you
as
did
what I
come
had.
back to the pits, Tom.
Oh no, it was 265 rear. It was 265 rear I was running. Because I was but it was stretched on the rear. We need to do another project car, I think. Let me know what you guys think. Would you guys like to see another project car on the channel? Like an actual project car, not a virtual project car? I've been itching for a while now to do something. Let me know what you think. And if so, what would you like to see? Maybe we should do a Cayman GT4. I don't know if I can afford that. Maybe one day.
flag. Keep your wits about you, mate. Sector
Oh,
3
Daniel's
is
crashed.
0.6 off the pace.
Doesn't happen often. Do I have time to do a project car? Well, I mean, if I was going to do a project car build,
Not a crash.
it'd be like a project that we would do on the channel together.
Hey Tom,
so
we both took a different corner
it would be
there.
content as well. So it would probably mean,
Yeah, Dan, I just took about the
you know,
19th.
instead of a couple of racing
on,
videos, we might do a project car video once a week or something like
the
that, you know.
Hammond. I
So
missed
we'd
by
fit it
that
into
far.
the normal schedule. So it would mean
Sector one
probably
is
like
1.2
removing something
seconds
else
off
to
the
do that
pace.
kind of thing, rather than being an extra thing that we do on top.
Yes, Tom, finally. Some maturity.
Okay, tyres are warmed up, so I'm going to concentrate for a little bit here, guys. So I'm going to not ignore, but I'll be a little bit less chatty just for a little while.
You're a second off the pace in Sector 2.
Yeah, we're running Race Labs overlay at the moment, testing it out. Seems to be working pretty well, pretty happy with it. Whoop.
On your left. Clear left.
That was terrifying.
The track temp's increasing. It's now 38 Celsius.
So just for those who are just joining
Sector 1
now,
is 1.1 off the pace.
VRS coach
Yeah.
did a 1:43.8 in the data pack that he sent me, so that's kind of, I mean, and he said that that was slow. He can go faster than that because he'd only done a couple
only
of laps.
38.
So we are about 2 seconds off alien pace at the moment.
It was 36 at the start of the session.
Way better than the Sonoma host that I had before. I joined a random one instead of this one for a sec whilst I was waiting. And I had 64-degree track temp.
Alright, I'm focusing, Marty. I'm focusing, I promise.
How do you start these things in a race?
B7, you're currently 2.0 off the leader's pace.
First, go neutral, hold the throttle flat,
On your left. Clear left.
either pull first on the green or let go of the brake on green. It's got no clutch, so you have to either use the braking first or just keep it in neutral.
Prepare for bogging.
Yeah, GT4s aren't built for standing starts. They're built to go in series that have rolling starts. Although people do standing starts with them, but that's not what
Sector
they
1 is 0.37
Are we doing
off the
the
pace.
standing start tonight or rolling?
Standing.
Standing.
Two tenths in short shifting, you reckon? Alright, I'll rev it out a bit more.
But the good news is no one is good at it, so no one gets an advantage.
Oh, that was quick. Nice. Okay.
Sector 2 is 2
Take note
tenths
of
off
that
the
exit.
pace.
So they actually did shift down to first there. Interesting.
guy behind has just done a 1:45.83.
Okay, this is going to be a PB.
P5. That's your quickest lap in this session.
1:45.2.
You're currently 0.8 off the pace.
Getting faster.
That was 1:45.27.
Why does this car insist on grip rolling?
Why do you insist on taking curbs on your outback?
Ouch.
I wasn't actually on the curb that time. It literally just fell over.
From experience, the car only does that on the outlaps if you put it up on curbs in the apexes to actually get some lift under it. Not mean to be mean or anything, just a...
Sector 1 is 0.9 off the pace.
Oh, I missed that apex. There's a little bit of oversteer on turn in there. I had to back out and take another bite at it. That cost me.
I do have to say, the only thing that they really got right about this car is the sound. After going in Sonic's one the other day, it's not really close.
Sector 2 is 0.7 off the pace.
Thanks, Dave. Good man. While you're here, Dave, actually, I was just saying before, we were talking about favourite cars in iRacing, and I said people should be asking you, not me, because you've driven a lot more of them than I have. What's your favourite? Favourite car and favourite track?
P6, that puts you 2.2 off the leader's pace. The leader has just done a 1:44.36.
But no, guys, if you haven't before, go check out Dave's channel. He does a really good job. He's a very, very, very talented driver, in my opinion. I know he'll say he isn't, but his ability to just jump in anything and go quick is quite impressive. Okay, that felt better. Have I caught up on some sleep? A little bit. I slept in today, but I think I have a sleep debt of about 4 years at the moment that I need to catch up on, so it's going to be taking a while, but no, I've been trying to be a little bit better. Having Tom around as well has helped a lot.
Car right. Hold your line. Hold your line.
Alright, I'm going to let Corey go here.
Still there, clear right.
Let him get a nice big gap.
Sector 2 is 2.7 seconds.
How are we doing lap
off the
time
pace.
wise? Corey's fastest now, 1:44.3. Nice. Ah, Daniel's there too. He wants to see what Corey's doing to go faster, I think.
When did Corey go fastest?
Sector 3 is 0.7 off the
Yeah,
pace.
Corey.
Go by, Dan.
Yeah, I was hoping to maybe get a bit of draft.
Instead, you're gonna get binned. I'm joking.
Would you like to go put on my team boss hat?
No.
Ah, oversteer.
Sector 1 is 0.9 off the
The
pace.
car's actually changing
See,
again
I
after
told you,
this
he always
race.
goes for the stick first.
We're going to be doing the RSR for the next 3 races in the All-Stars series, and then the last car, they still haven't told us what we're going to be driving. I don't know whether there's a new car coming in iRacing that they haven't told us about yet or something, but they haven't told us what the final car is going to be yet.
Hey Dan, can you tell me if my lights are
Sector
flashing
2
on the
is
front?
0.8 off the pace.
Yes, that's flashing.
Thank you.
Yellow flag, watch out.
Oh man. Alright, try one more lap, and then I might come in the pits again and get some fresh tyres again, I think.
Sector 3 is 0.6 off the pace.
Ah! So no, I'll do one more lap after this one.
Yellow flag. Sector 1 is
100,
0.2
close to
off the
100%,
pace.
was it? Okay, thanks for letting me know, man.
Dylan burst, what a time.
What's Dylan done? Dylan's set a fast time, has he? Let's have a look.
Ah, Colin's here. Lovely.
44.2, nice. That's quick. Dave Oliver's done a 45 flat as well.
About time Dylan put the fast one down.
Dylan is, for those of you who aren't familiar, an alien as well. Good to have him here though. Yes, he is, Dave. He is absolutely insanely quick.
Sector 3 is 0.39 off the pace.
Just gonna put this out there. I hate this track so much.
It's more just this setup than the track. If you set the car up correctly, it'd be like another second.
The leader has
or
just
more
done
faster.
Oh, in the wall. I was
143.66.
trying
I've
to
actually
ease off
never
the,
liked this track all that much.
You're a second off the pace.
trying
in
to ease
sector 1.
the and straight line the steering there, so I didn't get traction control. Ended up.
It's just go fast,
Crabbing
turn
into
left,
the
turn
wall.
right, go fast, turn right, turn left, go fast, turn around, come back.
Yeah, I'd never done before yesterday. I'd never done this track before in anything other than F1 2018, and it's a lot more fun in F1 cars. Except if you
Yes.
ask, I'd say Robert Kubica would probably disagree, but otherwise.
Sixth place.
I'm going to pull over here and return to the pits because I don't want to run the fuel down
I still
too much
don't
either.
understand why they're making you run around on baseline when there's like a sprint setup available.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I thought that. I mean, this is, and again, this was just my own guess. It's not anything that I was told, but I kind of figured that when we were driving the same car as the PESC series, they didn't want us to be anywhere near the same pace as those guys, which we probably wouldn't have been anyway. But so I kind of thought maybe it was like a penalty sort of thing, so that we wouldn't be as quick as them. But now that we're driving a different car, I don't really.
Just giving you like a setup without 100 liters of fuel in it would be a smart
Well,
idea.
that's. I mean, the problem with this setup is it's not even like it's a particularly safe setup.
It's just
It's just slow.
It's just a pogo stick. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Also, the traction control in this car is a bit dodo.
Yeah,
You
and we
think it's a
can't
bit more
can't turn that off either. to make it easier for Gamer
Look,
Muscle
it
for
probably
Juddy
would
to
be
punk
slower
Gamer Muscle.
with it off, to be honest.
That is
but
probably true, random call
Still,
sign.
it's
That is
quite-
The
probably
way
true.
that it implements itself,
Yeah,
like
it's
the
quite-
BMW M4, is a bit weird.
it's definitely a bit how
Alright.
you're going.
Let's go back out.
Oh, you've got the properly
Oh,
good
did we get a
Exit's
speeding
clear.
ticket?
Push.
No, we didn't get a speeding
What do you
ticket.
mean?
I caught it just in time.
What are you
I mean,
on
you're a
about?
cool 7/10 faster than Corey in the 43s. I consider that fast by the service standards.
Well, that's 0.2 faster than PESC Gilles did in the VRS pack that he sent me yesterday. So that's pretty quick.
Nice.
Then again, it is Dylan and a Porsche.
The thing is, it's
How
not
much more is left in it, Dylan?
lots and lots and lots. Or see, try and take
was all
that
good. Let's have a look at that
fast
replay,
right hand
actually.
flat out. It's pretty cool.
You guys can't see it properly anyway, that's fine. 144. Yeah, I'm trying. I don't know if I'll get a 144, but maybe I got it in me. I don't know.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Track's
You
clear.
can take
Push,
it
push,
out.
push.
And it's actually, I tried it. It's actually not slow.
I'm focusing primarily at the moment. Oh, jeez.
Just because
Focusing primarily at the moment on
Dan,
fixing
he's on
my
another
bad
level.
habits rather than trying to go insanely fast. Because I know if I try to push too fast, I'm going to end up stretching my braking markers and crossing over and sort of falling back on all those bad
I said
habits
you're on
that I'm trying to
another
break
level.
right now. So this session's kind of all about trying to instill good habits and then increase
Driving.
speed. And again, if you guys weren't
copy.
here earlier, we'll have the video up tomorrow, I think, for the VRS coaching that we did last week. So you guys will get to see what that was like as well. It's a really interesting video, I think. I think you guys will like it.
Yeah, I just got a group.
The issue with the returned card, no, it's not sorted out. Unfortunately, PayPal has rejected the claim. So yeah, basically it's really bad. Like basically the situation is, for those who haven't been following me on Facebook, I sold my old 1080 Ti in as new condition, and the person that bought it destroyed it, openly admitted to not installing it correctly, had a water leak, broke it, and then decided to pull it apart on his own to try and fix it, and then put in a PayPal claim saying that it wasn't received as described, and then sent it back completely smashed. And PayPal refunded him in full. So now I've got a broken 1080 Ti and no money. And but basically what it seems to be, and the more research I'm doing, the more I'm discovering, is it's a very common scam. Now, I don't think in this case the guy was trying to scam in general. I think that he just made a mistake and then decided, oh, I can get away with this, so did. But it's a pretty common scam for people to. What happens is they'll say they buy a alternator for a car or something. So they'll buy a brand new alternator, and then what they'll do is they'll take the old one off their car, send it back, and say that it wasn't as described, and then PayPal instantly just refunds them, and there's no way to fight it. So literally, you can just buy something that's brand new, send back the second-hand one, and yeah. So at the moment, I'm fighting it through the appeals system, but they keep on rejecting it. They're not even looking at the evidence. Like, I've got screenshots and everything of the guy actually admitting that he damaged it himself, and they're still not honouring it. They just, like, they won't even look at the evidence. They're literally just like, no, you received it back, so refund. So yeah, I would say to anybody, and obviously it is still going through the process, so I may still get the money back, I don't know. It's not looking hopeful at this stage, but I would say to anybody as a seller, be very, very, very careful of PayPal, because you have no means of fighting back if somebody decides to scam you like that. And yeah, I had no idea. Like, I just didn't know that was a thing. I assumed, as any reasonable person would, that, you know, if somebody sends something back, as a seller, you have the opportunity to appeal if it's not sent back in the same condition that you sold it. But that's not the case. And I did a bunch of research last night, and, you know, I could find cases from up to, I saw a case from 2010 where people were complaining
Sector
about
3
exactly
is
the same thing.
1.5
So obviously
off the pace.
it's not a new
This
problem.
car
It's
is
a
so
problem
crap
that
over curves.
has been
That's
around
a
for a
slowdowns,
while.
though.
So anyway, that's the
3.5
situation.
seconds for that
So now
last
I have a
chicane.
broken
It's
1080
just
Ti
slightly going.
and no money.
All I can say is don't get it on lap
Which I'm
one
not
because
very
it doesn't
impressed
actually
about,
have a delta. To
I'm more,
work
like,
with,
to be honest with you, I'm
so
more
end up
angry with
getting
PayPal
penalised
than
by
I am
triple what
with
it says, so
the guy that tried
that's probably a
to
tip for
return it,
when you
because
races here.
there's no way that should happen. Like, there's no way their system should
Push
allow
everyone else over
that
the
kind of thing
curb
to
and make
happen.
sure you
So
do it properly
anyway.
yourself.
that's probably the thing to do.
Behind has just done a
So
145.
yes, if you're thinking of selling something,
I only know because one of the Scops drivers told me.
I would recommend not using PayPal to receive the payment because, yeah, it's dangerous. Basically, cash on pickup or direct deposit.
And was that Blacklid?
Yeah, I've gone through and done all the. I did actually call the police, and the police just said there's
Dan,
nothing they can do.
Dylan's
as
correct.
usual.
You can take turn
But
5 flat.
yeah, I've put through a claim with all
You
the
just
relevant
gotta
Australian
be a
authorities
bit happy on the wheel.
for fraud and
And it's actually
all
not
that kind of
it's
stuff.
not-
So
And on my fast lap, on my
yeah, we'll see what happens. But
Sector 2 is
the thing I have to be
2.0
careful
off
of
the
as
base.
well, unfortunately,
lap
in this particular case, is that the guy actually lives close by as well, and he has my address. So I've got to be careful, you know, of that too. Because yeah. So anyway, probably shouldn't be talking about it on stream because I might say something that I shouldn't. But that's the situation.
Wait, Colin, are you going to go to Bathurst this weekend, or is your brother not involved?
No, I won't be going there, but both my brothers will be
Sector
there.
3 is 1.3 off the pace.
What are they taking this time around?
Just the Toyota 86s.
Ah, okay, nice.
I think they've got 5 cars this weekend.
How big is the field going to be for the 86s? Jesus.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be massive.
Yeah, I think the Aussie racing cars also have a massive field.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that haven't raced for 12 months that are hanging to get out there.
No worries, Brad.
At least it'll make the broadcast fun.
Yeah, it should be good.
Oh no, Jake.
I was going, but it's,
Okay, I'm going to try and
my
put in a
son's
couple of
first mini
quick
bike race.
laps again.
Ah, nice.
You're welcome, Rapid Fire. You know, it's... I don't
So
like
just
having a
discovered
whinge
you
on
don't get
streams,
to
but I
slow
think
down
it is
before
important
bombing
that
the
people
second
know
curve and
that can happen because,
like
you know, I had
first
no
of the
idea.
bad chicanes.
And, you know, I'd hate for that experience to happen to anybody else, so...
Sector 2
Yeah.
is 1.6 seconds.
But I'm going to
off the
fight it.
pace.
Like, I'm going to fight it as far as I possibly can. It's already cost me 2 days, basically, of productivity, which is worth a lot more than the card's worth, but I'm going to keep fighting it because, you know, I feel like, as they say, the only necessary thing for evil to thrive is for good people to do nothing, right? And you can't just let... I mean, as I said, I'm more upset with PayPal than I am with the guy because, I mean, he's just some idiot kid that, you know, has a sense of entitlement that tells him that he doesn't have to take responsibility for anything. But PayPal, you know, that there's no way that should happen. So, yeah, we'll fight it as far as we reasonably can, at least.
Can you confirm it's not? It's just faster. It's not any better.
The car's feeling pretty good at the moment.
Well, at least for the next race we're using the RSR. Then again, that thing also hates curves.
Yeah, I hope so, Flea. You know,
End of the day, what Porsche likes curbs?
I mean, in the end, the guy ended up making death threats and, you know, saying he was, you know, yeah, I'm not even going to repeat what he said.
Yeah,
But,
Don't,
he ended up
copy.
being very, very unreasonable, let's just say. So, and I've got screenshots of all of that as well. So if it comes down to it, but
I've just been killed by the traction control system.
obviously the most important thing to me is protecting my family. And you know, you don't want to have people like that coming after you. So we'll see.
Although then again, it was your driver error that forced the TC to kick in. It's always the driver's fault. Even if it is.
Okay,
isn't,
let's try and do a
it's-
quick one.
Okay, Will, there's a car exiting the pits, heads up. You're now 2.4 off the pace. Your last lap time was 1:46.09.
Car left. Clear left.
wheel spin there. Thank you.
Yeah, Dan can confirm it still bounces on its front wheels.
There's no fixing it.
Okay, that was a fast exit. Maybe that's the key. Kind of go out wide and then cut in tight. I don't know, because it's a balance between losing more time in the entry than you gain in the exit. So it's just going to require experimenting to kind of really figure where the optimum line is there, I think.
Sorry, Jack.
That was a painful one for you. That was a
Driving
great steer
the
off track.
Cayman GT4. All the details of the session are down in the description below.
I went to turn in and ABS said no, and then my steering on the grass said no, so we met the wall.
Boy, how's this thing over curbs?
Okay, that was quicker. Try to use a bit more of the track.
Sector 1 is 0.6 off the pace.
Ah! That's a shame. We were up as well.
Watch the track limits, please, Will.
Deal with this slowdown.
We need to
Yeah,
slow down
Dylan
to
is
give
quick.
back time gained.
He's quick. After this run, actually, how many laps have we done on these tyres? It's probably about time we got some fresh ones again, I think. Let's have a look at his lap. Let's see what he did. Okay, go to entries. We're going to cheat a little bit and copy Dylan here. 143.6. And we'll go cockpit view. Cockpit. Okay, and back to, I really wish iRacing would let me move.
Daniel getting the OP draft.
Really wish iRacing would let you move the UI elements. It's so annoying having them down where I can't see them.
Yeah.
Okay, let's have a look here. So he's keeping it right on the apex. Okay. He's keeping it on the apex way longer there. Interesting.
Yeah, let's set a lap, hopefully.
More aggressive on the curbs there. Cutting across the grass a little there as well. Keeping it tight. He's braking about the same place as me there.
Oh,
Not cutting the grass. He's just keeping the car balanced on those ripples for longer by the looks of things. Okay, not using a whole heap of dirt there, but cutting right across the curbs. It's like driving a Tesla again. Does he go down to first? Okay, didn't go down to first. Interesting. We'll give it a try. Yeah, I guess the curbs do help the rotation, don't they? Yeah. It helps to pull the car in.
Maybe 15 slowdowns in the race.
much more aggressive with the curbs there again than I am. Let's watch that once more, I think, because that was really helpful.
I don't even know if I'll make it through
Okay, so
lap 1 with the
staying out
toe
wide,
thing.
cutting in nice and tight, not touching that Astro there though, interestingly.
I mean, that's just
Keeping
the
it in
car.
tight.
No,
Car
Dan,
does
I had
that.
it dead straight.
See, to me that looks
Dodo.
slower, but this is the thing. Like, it looks slower, but then the lap is 2 seconds faster. And this is what I found when I was doing the VRS training as well, as you guys will see. Often, being aggressive actually makes you slower, so... Yeah, I mean, the replays do tend to soften things a little bit, I feel. Like, the car generally moves around a little bit more than what you see in the replay, but yeah, he's definitely keeping the car very settled. He's not kind of letting it run past. But even just there over the curbs, like, even though he's taking so much more curb than I am, he's keeping the car very settled. As they say, smooth as fast. That's it, man. All right, this is where I'm interested. So earlier apex that I'm taking, and he's just, yeah, really hugging it round. Okay. How you doing, Stephen? Glad you're enjoying the stream so far, mate. Yeah, he's just keeping it really settled. All right, let's see if we can emulate that. I don't know how much fuel he's got on board. Doesn't tell me in the replay, but I'm guessing he's probably got, you know, it's not going to make a huge amount of difference. Either way, he's a lot faster than I am, so. And a second faster than anybody else in the lobby at the moment, almost. Although Corey's getting quick as well. So we're a second and a half off the pace at the moment. Which is still not bad. I mean, a second and a half off alien pace on a track that I drove for the first time yesterday in iRacing, in any car. I'm not too disappointed with that, but there's definitely, we know where the time is. So let's see what we can do.
There's traffic approaching. Watch your mirrors. Disengage limiter.
Dave's waiting for the paint to dry, I think. Oh, he said, no, what did he say? He said the builders were finishing tomorrow, I think he said. Get out of the way here. Alright, so what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and emulate what we just saw on Dylan's replay. I don't expect to be as fast as I was, but I want to kind of ingrain that line in my head, and then we'll go for speed. So if I can brake in the same places as he was and turn in the same places as he was, get that comfortable. See, I'm still understeering there at the moment. But we never saw him hitting traction control or moving around at all. The car was planted and settled the entire time. How's that wooden rig going, Dave? I haven't had a chance to watch many of your videos recently, I'm afraid. I've just been so busy, but because it's been what, about two months, a month and a half since you got that now. How's it holding up?
E7.
Okay, yeah, look at that time. Look, even though that looked slower, look how much time I gained just there, following Dylan's line. So, interestingly, I think we can gain quite a bit. Whoops. Oh, geez. What's going on here?
Yellow flag. Caution.
Clear right.
Oh, good to hear, man. I was amazed at how many people got butthurt, let's say, over that video. Because, I mean, it's like, you rely on your main rig for daily driving. Like, it's not like you're going to go and put something shit there and then risk your day. And, like, to go to all that effort to set it up and everything, like, obviously you're not going to be doing that unless it seems good. So, I'm glad to hear it's working out. No creaking either. And that was the thing that I was most worried about, was that it might start creaking and groaning and doing all those things. But it looks so cool, man. I'm not sure about the color, but do they sell it in other colors as well? Okay, tyres should be a little warmer now. Let's see if we can smooth and fast this.
Sector 3 is 1.1 off the pace.
Gaining time. Little out of shape there. See you, Logo, mate.
Sector 1 is
Take care. Thanks for joining in.
pace.
Have a good night or day or whatever you're up to. Catch you later.
Yellow flag, watch out.
Somebody's hit the wall. Oh, stuffed that one up. So there were two major mistakes in this lap.
Sector 2 is 0.9
Needs
off the
darker.
pace.
I agree, Random. I thought the same thing. I'd like a piano black or dark oak or something like that. Having the light color does limit your options when it comes to content creation. But I mean, obviously what's important to me isn't going to be the same thing as what's important to a lot of people. But no, it looks so cool though.
Sector 3 is 0.45 off the pace.
Vinyl wrap doesn't work real well with wood, in my experience. I can't remember whether the rig was a melamine finish, like whether it was like a laminate or not. You can laminate, you can wrap on top of laminate, but you can't really laminate on top of raw wood or any, it's too porous, it doesn't stick. So yeah, I'm not sure how that would go. Like, it wraps okay to begin with, but then within a couple of weeks it starts to lift and then you're like, oh no, what have I done? You'd have to pull it apart completely again to paint it though, mate. That's dedication right there. So traction control.
The track temperature is increasing. It's now 40 Celsius. Sector 2 is a second off the pace.
Yeah, you definitely need to coat wood before wrapping it, absolutely. I don't think I ever actually want to use wrap ever again in my life. I decided when I had my MX-5 project car a couple of years ago that I would wrap the entire car as my first ever time using wrap, and yeah, it was a traumatic experience, let's just say. I underestimated just how difficult wrapping is.
Just done a 146.56
at scale. I mean, it's fine on smaller stuff, but yeah, wrapping a car, it's kind of like paintless dent removal. If you've ever tried to do that yourself, just don't. Just pay somebody else to do it. You do not need that drama in your life. But yeah, no, wrapping a car is not something that I will ever do again. Not myself, anyway. I forgot to look at the chat before. What were the suggestions that we had for...
Sector 1 is 0.7 off the
what were the
base.
suggestions that we had for a project car for the channel? Let me know again. I forgot to look. That was silly of me. Okay, there's some time there. Hopping that curb.
Yellow flag, watch out.
So we're just about matching our times from before now using Corey's line. Or Dylan's line rather. Oh, we got Dylan in front of us now. This will be good. Give me a bit of a tow. Ah, he's going in the pits. Alright, try and do a couple more quickies. Jimmy V8 conversion. Is that Jimny? I can't read on this. Jimny V8. I don't know. I feel like I love my family too much to do that. I feel like I'd be building a death trap. It would be fun though. So I've done WRXs to death in my past. I don't think I would particularly enjoy doing another WRX build. I've done a BRZ. I've done the BMW M235i, although that was more of a street car. That wasn't really a track car build. I've done the MX-5, although I could have taken that a lot further than I did as well. I kind of want to do something Euro again. Like, I don't know. A Mustang. Yeah, Mustangs are really expensive here though. It's not like in America where they're cheap. They're like not... I mean, they're more common here now in Australia than they were now the Falcon's gone and the Commodore's gone. But they're still, like, I mean... They start at about 45,000 Australian dollars for the basic V8 model. And once you get up into like the GT500s and stuff like that, they're more like 75 grand, which... For that kind of money, there's a lot of other cars I would buy first. Like, one of the cars I've been looking at is like an M2 competition or something like that, maybe. They're fantastic cars. I looked at maybe a, you know, RX-3 or something like that too, but they're kind of a little bit boring to drive. Whoa! Whoop! Jeez. Misjudged that one. Front engine, rear wheel drive with good power to weight. Yeah. How long till the end of the session? Good question. 42 minutes. And then we've got 15-minute qualifying and half-hour race.
Sector 3 is 2.7.
A bit of a gaggle going on here.
Left side. Clear left.
What is going on? Whoa! Alright, gonna
a bit of chaos.
Yeah, that was a bit chaotic, wasn't it?
I lost the rear end twice.
Yeah, M2 competition is definitely at the top of my list of
Sector 1 is 4.4
semi-reasonable. I mean, it's still a bit expensive at the moment, but it's attainable. Like, it's something that I feel is achievable.
Speed limiter, if you just leave it in first, you can gain a few tenths in pit lane, I reckon.
Or maybe even like, I was thinking maybe even like an older M2 pre-competition.
Somehow I don't think that's going to be
so
the
rather than the
factor in a
S55,
race.
the N55 engine, which is the same engine I had in my M235i, because they're a little bit more moddable. There's a few more things you can do with those, and they're quite cheap as well.
Yes.
Awesome. Free, I think.
Very different car to drive, Bruce, to the Cup car, because it's got ABS and traction control. Completely different. A Viper. I have actually driven a Viper GTS. We had one at the museum that I used to work at, and this is like the no, was it? I can't remember if it was a GTS or an RT10 actually.
Left side.
think it was a GTS, but
Hold your
yeah,
line.
they're crazy. But they're so
Hold
like
your line.
the build quality is absolutely
Clear left.
terrible on them. Like they're atrociously badly built, almost as badly built as a 80s Lamborghini. Those things are terrible. I mean, they're awesome cars, but they have a lot of character because of their flaws in terms of build
I should
quality.
have
But
practiced start coming out of pit lane, and it's horrible.
yeah, the Viper, at least the 90s Viper, was not a particularly appealing car. I mean, they look cool, and it was a dream car when I was a kid, but yeah, not something that I would rush out and buy. Oh man, struggling. Alright, let's try to get in a couple of decent laps here again. Traction control. The Cayman GT, I really like. I'm not gonna lie to you. I really do want to. I really do want to get a Cayman
That
GT4.
wasn't very nice,
It's like my not ultimate dream car, but it is definitely at the top of my, you know, dream car
Jesus,
that may
Daniel.
one day be possible,
Bit
but
aggressive there.
you know, too
You'll need to
expensive.
slow down if you don't
You
want
know,
to
like you
penalty.
have those different, you have different types of cars. Like you've got cars that are like your dream car within reach, and then you've got cars that are like your dream car if you were to ever, you know, suddenly become
You need to
super
slow down,
successful.
give back some
And then
time.
you've got your dream cars, which are like just, you know, you're never ever going to be able to afford it ever, regardless.
Left side. Clear left.
So for me, my attainable or semi-attainable dream car is an M2 competition or an M2 competition CS. Then my kind of maybe one day, but
Black flag.
probably not.
You'll need to come into the
Oh,
pits
I've
to
got a
serve
black
the
flag.
penalty.
Wasn't paying
Yellow
attention.
flag.
Yeah, my maybe one day, but
Yep.
probably not possible
Yeah, I
car
have
is a
questions.
GT4. And then my ultimate dream car, I don't know, probably, I don't know. It changes all the time. Because I've driven so many hypercars and supercars, like I just don't know. Like they're all so good in different ways. It's just like, I don't know. LaFerrari's definitely up there though, but you can't drive that on the street. 350Z. Yeah, I don't know, man. I never been able to get into the 350Zs or I'm not a Nissan person. Although the 400, is it 400Z? I can't remember what they're calling the new one. That does look pretty promising. I think it's got a more powerful engine in it than the previous ones. It's a shame that the new BRZ and 86 aren't going to be turbo again too. The 325 Ci, that would be cool. Get the Cayman for the wife and then you drive it. Yeah, two birds with one stone. Just going to have a drink of water here too. Supra. I've thought about a new Supra, but yeah, I feel like that's kind of been done to death. It's like, hey guys, I'm going to do exactly the same thing as every other YouTuber's done in the last 2 years. I remember at SEMA 2019, it was like literally every second car was a 90 Supra. Audi R8 LMS, that might be a bit expensive. I did test drive a TTRS though. That was cool. But again, kind of boring to drive. Like not rear wheel drive, not playful. And when you I jumped out of the TTRS and into the M2 competition, and the M2 competition is just so much more fun. The TTRS is a nice looking car though. 850i, nah. I don't know. That'd be cool. It would be cool. Sleeper car. Yeah, sleeper cars are pretty cool. I think the ultimate sleeper car at the moment is probably the Giulia Quadrifoglio or whatever it's called. That thing is an absolute frigging monster. I wanna test drive one. I haven't driven one, but they're like, it just looks like a 4-door family, you know, family car, but then it's got like a 375 kilowatt Ferrari engine in it. It's just bonkers. a rotary van. No, I don't really think I want to do again, I feel like rotaries are just overdone. You know, you've got your Rob Dahms and all those guys that have done them, and they're also really like an RX-7 now is so expensive here. Like we're talking, you know, a basic RX-7, like a 90s RX-7 is like 50 or 60 grand now. I actually looked at getting a Kia Stinger when I bought the M235i. That was one of the cars that was on my list then, but it was just a little bit boring. They're quick though. They're surprisingly quick. Focus up there.
Don't cross the
I
white
don't
line.
like Fords. I'm sorry. I know it's blasphemy to my family and heritage, but I just don't like Fords. I'm sorry. The interiors are just so meh to me. And like, because I think as time's gone on, I've appreciated quality interiors because I spent so long driving WRXs where the interiors are just so crap. Whoops. That was silly. Because I spent so much time driving WRXs where the interiors are so rubbish. I kind of just really appreciate having a nice interior now. Anyway, I should probably change cameras, shouldn't I, before we drive out? That was a bit silly too.
Pit exit's clear.
Yeah, that's 60,000 Australian dollars. Let's just be clear there. So that's like 45,000 US dollars. But yeah, they've gone up massively because it's so hard to buy one that hasn't been completely molested. That's the problem. It's the same with WRXs and even like Skylines now. Like I nearly bought an R35. I think this is probably one of my biggest regrets in life is I nearly bought back in 2005, I nearly bought a R34 GTR V-Spec 2 for like 58,000 Australian dollars, which was, it would have been spending beyond my means. Like I would have been getting some ridiculous loan that would have been like all of my income. But I very, very nearly did it, and then I ended up buying a WRX instead. So back in 2005, when that car was 5 years old, it was 56,000 Australian dollars. Now you legit cannot buy an R34 GTR in Australia for under about $200,000. Like it's just ridiculous how expensive they are. And I mean, yeah, they're awesome cars, but they're not, you know, to me at least, an R34 GTR is not a $200,000 car. Like that's
8th place.
Like that's, I mean, you can buy Ferraris for that. So F430, yeah, Ferraris are very expensive to maintain though. Very expensive to maintain. One of the cars actually on my list is a, and you guys would have seen, I did a video about 4 months ago. I had a weekend with a Maserati Gran Turismo Sport, and that was a car that actually really impressed me. I've never really been a Maserati fan. They were never really on my radar, but the thing I loved about it was that it was such a, although it's not super fast, it's such a great touring car because it's got heaps of room in the back. It sounds absolutely amazing. Very comfortable to drive and quite practical as well. So like it was the kind of car that looks amazing, sounds amazing, is fun to drive, but also something that you could, you know, take the family for a weekend away if you wanted to and be completely comfortable. And when we took it, we did about 1,500 kilometers in 2 days all around, you know, Oxley and everything through New South Wales. And yeah, it was beautiful. So actually, I fell in love with that car, and the one that we had was it was a final edition. I can't remember the exact name of the model. So to buy that car brand new was $430,000, which is very, very expensive, obviously, for a car like that. But because it's the last of a current generation car, which has been around since about 2008, you can buy, you know, a 2014 one, which is essentially the same car, same engine, same everything. The only real downgrade is just, you know, some of the mod cons like the, you know, the sat nav system and stuff. But you can buy one of those for about 80 or 90,000 Australian, which is still a lot of money, but it's a lot of car for the money as well. So that is another one that's kind of been on my radar. because it's attainable for around the same sort of price as an M2 competition. So I don't know, a 997, 911 Cup Car road conversion. Yeah, I think that's a little out of the price range. Whoa, we're spinning here. Okay, let's try and put in a couple of quick laps again here now.
Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate.
Concentrate on the driving again. It's good getting your ideas on cars though. Keep going, guys. Let me know. 996 GT2. Yeah, that would be nice. I had the experience of driving a 944 once, which was absolutely amazing as well. And I've driven
Sector
a
2.8 off the pace.
I've driven a, what was it, a Carrera GT as well, the one that unfortunately took Paul Walker's life. Not that car, not that actual car, of course, but yeah, we had a Carrera GT at the museum, and that was just woo. Rallycross Audi S1, that would be cool. Yeah, as I was saying before,
2.2 seconds off the pace.
It's out of my budget at the moment, but my goal car right now is a Cayman GT4. Like that's the car that I'm working my ass off to afford. And I'm kind of like, the M2 competition's more practical, it's cheaper, it's in many ways more fun to drive. Obviously it has the rear seats too, so I can put the kids in it if I want to, but the Cayman GT4, yeah. Alright, let's go for it, guys. Let's make the Cayman GT4 happen. We're going to hit 100,000 subs in the next few months by the looks of things, so who knows, maybe the channel will explode. But we're setting the goal right now. I'll work my ass off and do my best to afford a Cayman GT4 by the end of the year.
Off the pace.
A couple other things that are going to happen first though. I've got to move house, I've got to get a bigger studio because that's a real problem at the moment with workflow. I did look at Honda NSXs, the older ones, but again, they're stupid expensive now. We had one of those at the museum too, so I have driven one of them before as well. And again, like they're cool, but
right.
they're not.
Still there.
You know, we're talking
Line,
100,
clear right.
130, $150,000 for a.
Sector 2 is 1.8 seconds.
If Tom would work for free, I'd go and buy a GT4 tomorrow, but that's not the way the world works. Because Tom had a, you know, not a super high paying job, but he was paid quite well. And so yeah, I've got him working here full time now, which isn't cheap. And obviously, you know, making sure the family is supported. And like the other thing as well is, and I think this is something that people don't realise a lot of the time, is like although we are very lucky that we get sent a lot of equipment for free to review, we still do have to invest a lot of money back into the channel to make it successful and to help it grow. Like, and I'm not trying to sort of dismiss the fact that we get sent stuff for free, because that obviously the channel wouldn't be possible without that either. But you know, the reality is, honestly, sim stuff aside that we have to buy for the channel, I have not spent a cent on anything for myself that's indulgent in well over 3 or 4 years. Like, I just don't spend money on myself. Every single spare cent that I have is either saved towards, you know, buying a bigger house hopefully soon, that we can build a bigger studio that's separate from the main house to take a bit of the pressure off my wife. Because at the moment, you know, she's having to keep the kids quiet while I'm filming, which is just not practical for her. But yeah, every single spare cent that I have is either put back into the channel or saved towards things that will ultimately help grow the channel. And that's not a, that's not a complaint at all, but I think sometimes it's hard to sort of, it's difficult for people to sort of see that perspective.
Off the pace.
Overall sub goal, I mean, I don't know, I don't have a goal where it's like, once I reach this number, I'll be happy. Like, it's not like I'm, you got to remember that I never expected this channel to grow to as big as it is now to begin with. Like, I mean, I started it as a passion project and as a, professional and personal development project to sort of push myself out of my comfort zone, develop my skills. And, if people watch the videos, that's awesome. So, yeah, I mean, like, obviously, my goal right now is to get to 100,000 as quickly as I can, because that unlocks a lot of other opportunities as well. Like, a lot of things like, brand sponsorship that isn't related to the content, stuff like that becomes possible when you get to that 100,000 subscriber mark. So it makes everything else a lot more sustainable as well, because one of the big issues with, doing YouTube as a full-time job, and also when you have employees as well, like I'm responsible for my family's welfare. I'm responsible now financially for my brother and his family to an extent as well, because obviously it's my wage that I'm paying him that supports his family and keeps food on the table for him, and those are big responsibilities. And YouTube is a really, really unstable income generally, because you're relying on affiliate links and all those sorts of things, and those can come and go, in the drop of a hat. Like, you can have, like, we had 3 months almost where the Fanatec affiliate system just wasn't working properly at all, and we went from earning a decent income from that to earning nothing, and there's nothing I can do about it. So
1.8 off the pace.
I've had to sort of build up a lot of savings and have a decent sized buffer, so that when things like that do happen, we can survive it and the channel doesn't die. Because we very, very, very nearly lost, well, we wouldn't have lost the channel, but we very, very nearly, towards right at the start of the pandemic last year. So around this time last year, I was still working, doing contract work on the side. And that was kind of my bread and butter, and anything that I earned from Boosted Media basically just went straight back into the channel. And it wasn't paying my wages, it wasn't feeding the family or anything. My other job was doing all that. And yeah, every single cent that I earned from the channel was just going straight back into equipment, all that sort of thing. But then I lost my contract right as the pandemic hit. And literally the same week that I lost the contract was the week that sim racing just exploded. And pretty much overnight, I went from, my income from the channel went up by 5 times. Like, it was just absolutely insane. And suddenly I found myself in a position that was completely unexpected, where I was able to actually afford to survive purely just off the YouTube channel and the income that generates. And the majority of that was through, the affiliate links and stuff like that you guys help support. But the thing with affiliate marketing is that, it is very sporadic, it is very seasonal, and it's not very reliable. And especially with the way that I've kind of approached it as well. I've tried to do it in a way where, I'm not pushing products, I'm not being biased, I'm not sort of trying to shill any individual product, but basically it's set up as a way that, you guys can support the channel if you wish to do so. And that's why every single video I always disclose, if it's an affiliate link, or like all my web pages, it's all fully disclosed. And I mean, you have to do that for legal reasons anyway. But so many companies, so many people, not so much YouTubers, but so many websites don't disclose when you're clicking on an affiliate link. And I've always sort of wanted to have it in a way that it's, it's a way that you guys can help support the channel if you find the content valuable, rather than something that I would, trick you into clicking. Like, if I do a review video, I'm going to tell you, hey, there's an affiliate link down below. If you guys want to help support the channel, it's great if you use that link. But I'm not going to just put a link there and not tell you. So, that does make it difficult. So yeah, hopefully having those sponsorship opportunities unlock at the 100,000 subscriber mark will hopefully help make things a lot more sustainable and a lot more, I guess, reliable. Because another thing I don't want to do is, have sponsors for content that is related to the content directly. So I mean, obviously, like, I'm not going to have a review of a Fnatic product
Sector
where
1 is
Fnatic are the
2.2
sponsor.
off the pace.
You know, that would just be completely a conflict of interest. But, you know, if we can have, you know, I guess things like what Jimmy Broadbent does, I think he's a good example, you know, having NordVPN sponsorship, things that are useful to the community and are relevant to the community but not related to the content. I think that's where I would be interested in doing sponsorship type stuff. And I mean, one of the things we've done, we do have sponsorship from SimuCube now for the streams that we're doing for these Porsche Esports Super Cup races. And I was happy to do that because, you know, it's relevant to you guys. But again, it's not a review video, so it's not directly related to the content. Like, I'd only ever do that on racing videos. But making sims for a business, yeah, look, I get asked about that a lot, and I think it's a tricky one because I'm already working, like, you know, 18 to 20 hour days, 7 days a week, just to produce content and do all this kind of stuff. If I was to, it's a mindset thing, and it's hard to, a lot of people don't get it, but I'll try and explain it as best I can. So if I take time out of my day to create an online shop selling sim racing products or start selling rigs or something like that, two problems happen. So the first problem is instantly I lose credibility, because if I'm reviewing gear and presenting myself as an unbiased gear review channel but then selling the products that I review, then that immediately destroys my credibility as far as I'm concerned. Like, you can't review a product and also sell that product. Like, it just doesn't work. So instantly that creates an issue, and I think that would delegitimize a lot of the content, which then limits the audience growth. And then the second problem is if you're selling stuff, then you have to deal with logistics, you have to deal with stock, you have to deal with customer support. So I would have to increase my overheads massively. Like, at the moment I have very, very little overhead other than just equipment and, you know, paying wages and stuff like that. Other than that, you know, it's not like I'm having to pay for packing materials, I'm not having to pay for warehouse space, you know, all those kinds of things. Whereas if I start selling products, immediately
2.2 seconds
I have to do customer support, I have to have stock, I have to deal with returned orders, I have to do all these extra things. So that creates, I guess what I'm trying to say is it creates a glass ceiling where you only have so many hours in the day where you can work. So if I can fulfill 40 orders a day, I might be able to earn, you know, a really decent amount of money from that, but I'm never going to be able to earn more than that without upscaling. And then as I upscale, then, you know, we have overheads, we have staff, we have all these extra things that you need. So you're always going to have that glass ceiling with that kind of business model. Whereas the approach that I've taken with this channel is the amount of work that I have to do stays the same whether 10 people watch a video or 10 million people watch a video. So I don't increase the amount of effort relative to the audience. And what that means is that as the audience grows, more people are, you know, wanting to support my work, more people are making donations, more people are joining through Patreon, more people are becoming channel members, more people are using the affiliate links by choice to support the work. And that is, you know, that's infinitely scalable, essentially. I mean, obviously at some point
off the pace.
You are going to reach a point of saturation where there's no more people that are interested in the content, and that's fine. But, you know, we're way away from that. So the way I see it, I'm far better off putting all of my effort into producing content and providing value to the community. And then, you know, naturally as that occurs, the income goes up from that organically rather than sort of having to peddle products and that kind of thing. So, I mean, I can see in the comments there somebody's mentioning Darren and his what he's done with Inside Sim Racing. I don't have a problem with that because he's being open about what he's doing, you know? I think if he was, I mean, I've spoken to Darren a couple of times years ago, and I'm aware of a lot of the drama, and I'm aware that a lot of people, you know, have feelings about him that are quite strong, and I don't want to enter into all that because it's none of my business, and I don't know, you know, I know the stories that people have told me, but I don't have personal experience. But, you know, to his credit, he has been very upfront and very clear about what he's doing. He's not trying to mask it as something else. And, you know, I respect that. I do obviously think that, you know, it's not something that I would personally do. because of the reasons that I've just described. Like, I think that it will severely limit the growth of inside sim racing in future. But I mean, if that's what he wants to do and he's happy doing it, then yeah, I mean, if he can earn a living from it, then fine. I don't have a problem with it, as long as he is being open about it. And so far, from what I've seen, he has been. So yeah, I'm certainly not. When I say that, I hope people don't think that that's a a direct shot at his business model, because it's not. It's just I like to do things differently, and this is what works for me and my family. So I hope that makes sense.
Sector 1 is 2.4 seconds off the pace.
But yeah, the only time I have a problem with people, blatantly advertising products and making videos that are blatantly, I guess, and we've talked about this many times before, blurring the lines between what's an endorsement and what's a review is the problem, right? If you're doing a review, it needs to be a review. It needs to be, unbiased. It needs to be just your opinion, and that's it. No, as little subjective stuff as possible. An endorsement video is something completely different, and that's not, not something that we do on Boosted Media. But to use Darren's videos that he's been doing recently as an example, those are endorsement videos. And he's been completely open and upfront about the fact that they are endorsement videos. So I don't have a problem with it. Where I would have a problem would be if he was calling it a review and then, presenting something as a review which isn't a review. But that's not what's been happening. So yeah, I don't have a problem with it. Anyway, let's do some more laps here, I think. I kind of went on a bit of a rant there, but hopefully that gave you some valuable insight. I think that, it is valuable for you. I know a lot of you guys are, thinking about or starting YouTube channels and stuff, and these are the kinds of, not issues, but these are the kinds of challenges that you guys are going to be facing as your channels grow. And I think it's, again, it's a way, talking about these things and sharing these experiences with you is a way that I can kind of, help support the community as well. So hopefully you guys find that insightful and helpful. But again, it's just my opinion, it's just my experience. You can completely disagree with the way I do things, and that's fine as well. That's just what works for me. Alright, I'm going to go in the pits, I'm going to get some fresh tyres. What cameras am I using at the moment? So, the main camera that you're seeing there is a GoPro 9. So, this one in front. And then the side camera, so this guy, that is a Sony ZV-1 mirrorless camera. So, yeah, actually, I did a video. I'm just going to take the seatbelt off for a minute and just have a rest for a moment. We've got about 10 minutes left in the session now, so I'm just going to have a break for a minute, let my eyes adjust. Yeah, I actually did a video probably 6 or 7 months ago now where I went through all of, actually no, it wasn't that long ago, where I went through all of the gear. So check that one out. If you just Google search Boosted Media Rig Tour, you should see it, and that goes through all of the equipment that we're using. A drink tube, actually. One of my mates, shout out to Dominic Green. One of my mates, he actually rigged up a drinking tube on his he's got a crazy rig, and he's got a drinking straw thing that goes in. It's pretty cool. Am I using a dedicated, again, yeah, check out the video where I went through the tour, but yeah, I'm using a dedicated PC for streaming and then a separate PC for the sim. So the load is taken off the sim PC entirely. All right, I'm just going to quickly go to the bathroom, and that should give us enough time to do a couple more laps before qualifying. So I will be right back. See you guys in a moment. All right, we're back. Let's quickly jump back in the car. We've only got about 6 or 7 minutes left in the session now, so I want to get a couple of laps in. I can't stream at 1440 because my internet's not fast enough because I'm in Australia and I've got shitty Australian internet. So yeah, I would love to, I'd stream at 4K if I could. I've got the hardware for it, but yeah, I mean, I can't even stream in 60 frames a second. I tried it a couple of times and it just didn't work. So yeah, unfortunately we're limited to 1080 30 at the moment, but yeah, I mean, hopefully when I move house, hopefully later this year, I'll get faster internet as well. Okay, what have we got time-wise here? We've got 5 minutes left, so let's get out there.
Car behind, take care, rejoin him.
Get a couple of laps in. Yeah, my my download speed's okay. I get about 45 meg. I mean, okay is a relative term, but I get about 38 to 45 megabits per second down, but up I only get about 1.2 megabits per second. So streaming anything more than 1080 30 just not happening, unfortunately. Maybe we should move to Europe. It'd certainly make reviewing sim gear a lot easier. Okay, switch to the practice cam again. Let's go. Yeah, our internet in Australia is just terrible. I did get a quote for what's called HFC here. So it's like a fiber link. To get a 1000 megabit up and down, or a gigabit connection up and down, guess how much it costs? Put in the comments, guess how much it costs, both installation cost and monthly expense. I'd love to hear what you guys think, and then I'll tell you. We'll get a couple of guesses. Don't you comment, Daniel, because I know you know. Guess how much it costs for a gigabit upstream and downstream connection in Australia. And then I'll tell you. A lot. Come on, be specific, William.
P10.
We got 500 for install and 2,000, 10K, 6K. Okay, so I'll let you guys guess for a little bit longer there. None of you are even close yet. No, there's no HFC in the local area, so it literally has to be a fiber run back to the, all the way back to the exchange, the local exchange, not even to the, well, back to the node, I should say. So, the local exchange. Okay, I'm going to tell you now, no, not 100K, that's a little high. So, and again, we're talking Australian dollars here. It was 16,000 Australian dollars for the install, and then 1,700 Australian dollars a month for the connection. So it's like, it's like a wage. It's like paying a wage on top. So yeah, not going to happen at this point in time. I mean, obviously it is something that, as the channel grows and the income increases, it is something that we would definitely prioritise. But yeah, I can't afford that at the moment, I'm afraid, guys. But yeah, I promise you, I'll invest in decent internet if possible before buying a Cayman. I'll make that promise to you. I'm not going to go and throw all my money into an expensive car and still be streaming at low quality. You got to have priorities, but you'd literally be subsidizing the whole MDN. Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. Oh, and the other thing I should mention as well is you're locked into a 3-year contract. So if you move house, the contract doesn't go with you, so you have to pay it out. So I figured out it was going to be $16,000 for the install, $1,500 to $1,700 a month depending on the speed that you want, and then if I ended up moving house after 6 months, it was going to cost me $37,000 in early exit fees. So you guys can just deal with 1080p, I'm afraid. Okay, I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go a couple of quick laps now. Four minutes left until qualifying. Keep messing that up. That was a business plan, Daniel.
0.8 off the pace.
You can't, well, at least where I live, you can't get an HFC connection unless you're a business. Like, they won't even do it. Quali is 15 minutes and it's starting in 3.5 minutes. So we've got time for this lap and one more lap. So I'm just going to concentrate here
Sector
for a
3
minute.
is 0.6 off the pace.
A little sideways again. Just trying to be... I got sideways again. My throttle modulation's not quite smooth enough. Yeah, if you want me to stream in 1440, get on Patreon, guys. Make it happen. Or maybe we should start a GoFundMe for Will's shitty internet. A subsidize the MBN GoFundMe. I wouldn't say no. I mean, the other problem it creates as well is the fact that it takes me, if I do a video in 4K, which most of my videos are 4K now, it can literally take me 5 or 6 hours to upload the video. And so if there's a mistake, then we have to go and do it again. It's such an interruption to workflow. And also even just like sharing files with Tom as well. Like he has to come up here and download the files to his computer or copy the files to his computer. Because I can't just, and he lives like an hour and a half away, but he has to come here every couple of days because I can't just send him the files to edit. So it's such a disruption to workflow.
Sector 3 is 0.8 off the pace.
Like it would literally, to upload the working files for some of my videos, like we're talking 200-300 gigabytes of footage just for one video. So like to upload that for him and then for him to then download it, we'd be looking at, you know, a week. I got sideways again. Oh, we're not going to better our time, but that's okay. We'll work some magic in qualifying. Head to it. Will's internet charity race.
Sector 1 is 1.8 seconds.
Upload speed's about 1.2 to 1.5 megabits per second, mate. 2002 called, it wants its shitty internet back. If you want more information on the bezel free kit, go have a look. If you Google boosted media bezel free, there's a video where I went through all the details on how that works. So check that out.
Sector 2 is
actually a really good point.
Off the pace.
Sending him a USB stick via express post would probably be faster, but then you're dealing with Australia Post as well, which has its own issues. You just can't win in Australia. All right, that's the end of the session.
Watch your speed. Engage limiter.
Let's see how we can go in qualifying here. Watch the fastest lap. No, I watched the fastest lap earlier. I don't think he went any faster. I don't think Dylan went any quicker.
Oh, for Pete's sake, Dylan, stop going faster.
Or did he? 1:43.5. Jesus, that is quick.
He's gone
that
faster.
is really quick. All right, we don't have time to watch his lap at the moment.
You're qualifying in our own server?
What?
No. Don't.
Oh, it's
So
open
we're all like
qualifying. Cars on
qualifying
track
thing.
for qualifying. Nice. That's not
Yes,
that's not the
let's
normal
keep
way we
the
do it.
comms quiet and, oh, wait, is it open quali session?
Yeah, apparently it's an open quali set. Tom must have said
I'll
that wrong.
Ooh, spicy.
Yeah.
Do you know it's normal quali? Like if you get an off-track lap, it's
Pit
delete?
exit's clear. All right, well,
Yeah,
you've got
so, well, we've got a
14
black
minutes to do the
flag.
business.
That's really going to
Left
screw us
side,
up.
clear right.
Had a black flag. We'll need to come into the pits.
I really want that.
That's
Sorry,
really going to
Tom.
screw us up
No,
because
go,
that's going to
go.
be a lap. Oh no, is
Can
it?
you have
No.
them turned off in like a hosted at all? Like in a quali session?
No.
Pit exit looks clear. Limiter's still on. Disengage it.
Regardless of whether it's an official race or a hosted race.
Which is why
The track
when
temperature's increasing. It's now
we do
38
like top 10
Celsius.
shootouts at Bathurst in like the big leagues like
Alright,
Scops,
I'm going to focus here for a bit,
OSI,
guys.
IOC, and shit.
Alright, let's keep
They
comms
all
quiet, please,
do
guys.
the top 10
people are
shootout
trying
in a
to
practice
concentrate.
session. Because that way you
I'm
can
not
get.
sure, Tom, that's the way OSI does things based on what happened at the 12 hour this year.
Let's keep off comms, guys, because people are trying to concentrate. Thank you.
Just mentioned to everyone as we got started. Sorry.
I half want to get
I mean, if anyone's already on a lap, they must be teleporting.
Yeah. You know. Oh, we really want to get a 42. I don't want to start last. Wait, is it rolling start quickly?
No, standing start.
Alright, all good then. Just got to say I could have got an ELO or something.
The foot cam is just a Razer Kaio webcam, which I absolutely would not recommend. Please don't buy one, they're garbage. I bought 3 of them thinking that they'd be really good without sort of researching properly first, and yeah, they're... Every time
Also,
you
the
boot the
weather's
computer
like
up, the
reset,
colour
by the
temperature
way.
changes. It's just... Yeah, don't buy one. Okay, let's do this. First lap's going to be slow because the tyres are still going to be sketched, but we'll give it our best shot.
The leader's just done a 156.85. The leader has just done a 156.24.
Whoa. We got to slow down, and we're in the fence.
The leader's just done a 153.70.
So that's completely destroyed our first lap because we've got to slow down. That's alright, the first lap wasn't going to be quick anyway, so... We'll just let these guys drop back. Why didn't I just get GoPros? Because the PC, the streaming PC wouldn't handle any more connections, and because I needed ease of use for just other types of webcam type stuff, like, you know, my wife uses it for her business occasionally, and, you know, stuff like that. Setting up a GoPro and having a capture card and everything was no good. And back when I bought them, the software for GoPro to use directly as a webcam via USB wasn't really working very well.
Sector 1 time
It's
was
still
good.
kind of shit, to be honest, but yeah, it was more for simplicity's sake.
The leader has just done a 144.77.
Yeah, it's 15-minute qualifying, not 3 laps, so we do have a bit of time. But the tyres are also only on peak for a couple of laps as well, and then they start to fade, so... Okay, I'm going to focus for a bit, guys.
The leader has just done a 144.68. P5, that puts you 3.8 seconds off the pace. That was a 148.45.
Oh, traction control!
Yellow flag.
Oh,
keep
we got
your
a
wits
spinner
about you,
too.
mate.
Might end up being a last to first challenge, I think, the way I'm going. A challenge that I will not win. So I've got a session coming up with VRS tomorrow as well. So that'll be good. Hopefully be able to improve my time a bit there. Oh, what is going on with this car? It will not turn. I didn't feel like I was being aggressive there, but did not want to turn in. Whew, nearly didn't get rid of that slowdown.
The leader has just
Yes, brake bias.
43.12.
2.25. It is set correctly. Minus 2.25, I should say. Thank you for checking. That could have been a disaster. Alright, let's try again, get a decent lap.
P9. The car in front has just done a 148.15.
We're up. Try not to screw it up from here.
Sector 1 is 0.7 off the pace. Yellow flag, caution.
I lost a bunch of time. Cannot get that corner right. I'm going to have to go back and study the data more. It's not going to be the worst lap in the world, but it's not going to be a good one.
You're a second off the pace in Sector 2.
Oh, I got to slow down again. That's going to ruin the next lap too. What the hell? Ah, we're only going to get one shot at this, guys. That is so frustrating.
P11.
Dylan's just done a 43.1. That is nuts. That's like... That's beyond alien. I don't even know what to call that.
Sector 1 is 2.2 seconds off the pace.
Okay, I'm going to back away from this other car a little bit. We do have some other cars behind us though, so I have to be mindful of that. Okay, let's go. Maybe we'll get a little bit of draft here as well. If we catch up a little bit, we might
Sector 2 is 1.3 seconds off
be
the
able to
pace.
take advantage. Okay, I'm going to focus here. Let's do this.
P9. Good lap. That's your quickest today. You're now 4.2 off the leader's pace. Sector 3 is 0.7 off the pace.
that was terrible. The tyres are starting to move around a bit now. We're past the peak, I think. Definitely skating around more. Yeah, 5 seconds off the leader. Like it's just, he's just insanely quick though. I think he's going to be like a second and a half faster than anybody. But I also haven't had an anywhere near acceptable lap yet either.
Stop stealing my draft, Will.
Go faster then.
That was not to plan.
Ah, there's a wing in the racing line.
P8, that's your fastest lap. You're now 3.4 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.9
Yeah, if anyone
off the
could
pace.
go back and pick it up for me, that'd be great.
Okay. Clear track, let's do this.
I've learned in this car, you got to actually rev it on the limiter for about a second, and that's when it's fastest in a straight line.
Yeah, you really let it flash for a moment, don't you?
Just gonna mute that chat so I can concentrate. Unfortunately, the tyres are past their peak now, so I'm not gonna get a super fast lap, but I should still be able to improve.
Sector 2 is 0.9 off the pace.
Yeah, I was experimenting with the hairpin before, but we've run out of time in this session now, so unfortunately. That's the best I'm going to do. I'll go around again. I'm not sure whether it's going to let us finish this next lap. I don't think it will.
7th position. That's your quickest lap in this session. You're currently 2.6 seconds off the pace. Your lap time was at 1:45.77.
Nah, it's going to be slow anyway. Alright, let's have a look. Ah. Trying to have a look at Dylan's lap. 140. Oh, this is in practice still. Just have a look at Dylan's lap here again quickly from practice. Yeah, that was shocking pace, I'm not going to lie. I mean, it's a brand new track to me. It's the first proper session I've done in it, but even still, that was pretty slow. But remember, you're comparing against a dude that is an absolute alien too. We still qualified 7th though. It's not the end. Not the end of the world. But yeah, no, definitely not my finest qualifying session. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I think you're right, Wes. Yeah, it is. It's a fixed setup, Speed Force, with 115 litres of fuel. So that's the reason why the lap times in general are lower than you might, or higher than you might be expecting. across the session, but my pace was garbage as well. On top of that, obviously. But yeah, it's fixed
There we go,
baseline
that's
setup and 115 litres of fuel. Yeah, there's definitely still some bad habits there. I think I'm probably still crossing over on my brake, but tomorrow I'm going to be working on all of that stuff in a lot more detail. I'll be going back through looking at my VRS data and everything. Today was more just about familiarising with the track and trying to sort of start to ingrain some of the bad habits, or try and ingrain some of the things that I know were bad habits from before. And then, yeah, tomorrow I'll work on analysing. Yeah, he definitely has a later apex on the hairpin, no doubt. But I can't get the car to just settle like he does. I don't know how he... It's amazing. But this is the same thing that you see with all the really quick people, like watching Pascalis's laps in the VRS sessions and watching Emily Jones's laps from the All-Stars race as well. They all look the same as this. They're all that really smooth, composed kind of feel to them. So
Trust me, I'm mad.
we'll get there. We'll figure it out eventually.
I should have been in the twos. I completely bombed every single chicane I did on the last corner.
I was on to you there, Dan. Screwed the last chicane up again.
Like I did on every 5 of my laps, so...
Mate, if Corey wasn't this fast around this track, he'd be getting fired. He did like 100 laps here yesterday. In a V8, admittedly. Yeah, but he still knows the track.
I'm I've had this car for
we're
about
9th in
2
the
hours.
Yeah, you're welcome, by the way.
Yeah, no, thank you.
145.7, yeah, that's way off.
Well, I would probably... Can I serve it?
We'll see what happens in the race. We might have luck. Might have some luck. No, I've never driven the supercars here.
Just a bit of
Yeah, I
pressure
think
not
you're
to
right,
be
William.
too
I think
fast in
he's
the
being
turn
a lot
one,
more smooth with his inputs in general, braking
Yeah,
and
it's
throttle.
not been-
P9.
So that's definitely stuff to work on there, no doubt.
No pressure.
All right. Good luck, guys. There's 3 quick repairs, so you might want to switch off tyres and fuel while you're on the grid. And yeah, if you're planning on doing the race, just please. I mean, I know that things happen, but we don't want to have an empty grid after lap 3. So try not to rage quit unless it's like really your car's absolutely ruined. But have fun, guys. Enjoy.
Oh, Will, you just reminded me. There's a idea for your video. You should do one explaining how to use the app.ini file to turn off specific things.
Oh, yeah.
Because since Dan and I turned that off, we haven't had any mistakes in races.
Okay. Good to know.
Wait, what do you mean?
Shoot me a message afterwards and let me know
Yeah,
the
right.
details. That'd be good. Thanks, man.
What do you mean about this app.ini stuff? What are you doing? What are you hacking here?
Well, I think it's not hacking per se, but it's...
We just
Yeah, he's just
edit
hugging
the
the,
game file
he's
so that
hugging
it doesn't
the,
automatically
Apex there,
turn
isn't
on fast repairs, tyres and fuel.
Oh yeah, okay.
So you've got to physically turn them on. So like if you do a VRS sprint race, you only turn like 30 litres of fuel on, or you use Race Labs or whatever else to tell it.
Yeah. Okay.
And that way you don't accidentally end up with tyres or something.
Yeah, okay. Not bad.
All right.
Sorry, it's just
Sounds like a hack.
full throttle and then just tap to first.
Yeah, that's right.
Who are we going to be for the first
Both
scratch
of
off?
you.
I don't know.
You can do in this car.
I have no idea. A lot of these guys, a few of these guys I've raced with a few
It's
times
pretty
before,
radical
but we'll see. We've got
Speaking of radicals, when are we
Tom
gonna have a
Wilkinson in
fun
front of
race
us in the safety
radicals?
car.
There is nothing fun about a radical.
Ask the community race admins.
Gamer Muscle's a fan of the Radical.
Does that bloke still exist?
The
Yeah.
air temp
Alright,
is
here we go.
18 Celsius. The track temp is 40 Celsius. Alright, well, get ready.
Folks.
Dylan's jumped it.
Green, green, green.
Alright, yeah, I've got to send it now. Wait, can I have black cleared for jump start?
No, you get no...
Right side.
Is that a yeah or nah?
Hold your line. Hold your line. Clear right.
Oh, it's hold for 34 seconds. That's
Yeah, that's
dog. I may as well just quit. Yeah, I'm just gonna.
What did
quit.
we say before starting this one?
What?
No quitting.
What am I gonna do?
Drive back to the field like you do.
It's 34 seconds.
It's a 30-minute race. You got plenty of time to come back for us.
Alright, let's do
34
this.
seconds stop.
Yeah, no doubt there'll be crashes as well, Bertie.
So no. And another slowdown. Fuck me.
Take it. Go on.
No,
Yeah.
slow down.
Yeah, same.
On your left. Clear left. Car left. Hold your line.
Alright,
Still
making
there.
some progress.
Come on, Tom. Really?
Still there.
I didn't hit anyone.
Still
You
there.
lot just need to,
Clear left.
you lot need to learn how
On your
to
left.
get rid of slowdowns.
Yeah,
Hold your line.
same with that, yeah.
Still there.
Yeah.
Hold your line. Clear left.
That didn't
Okay.
work.
Where are we up to? 4th, I think.
I'm just gonna drum my ass off to get a 2
3.
then. That's all I can do now.
Oh, Corey, don't come across.
So I think a lot of people got slowdowns and penalties and stuff
I got
there.
a hold for 1 minute 9 seconds.
Sorry, mate.
Ah, well.
Dan, if it's gone up
Hey,
that
Thomas,
much,
how you
just
doing,
wanna
mate?
clear it after like he sat there for 5 seconds.
No, I don't care. I'm just gonna
Maybe.
try and set fast
Just,
laps. I'm just gonna try and
speaking
set
game.
fast laps. I don't
Speaking
care.
game.
Dylan speaking game.
Wait, my speaking game. What do you?
On your right.
Hey,
Clear right.
Oh, we've been hit.
Car right.
oh, I'm fine. I don't care.
Hold your line. Hold your line. Clear right.
Don't know what happened there. Got a rub.
The leader's just done a 145.
Left side. Hold your line. Hold your line. Clear left.
That lap was at 148 and 1-1. Come on, Will, don't let him get away.
See if we can stay with him.
Looks like P6 has gone off in centre.
So we learn a thing or two. I wasn't going to defend there because I know I would have just been taken out. There was literally no point in defending that one. I'm not going to get taken out at the start of a 30-minute race when the aim is to practice. You got to choose your battles.
Hold your nerve, just keep it smooth, no mistakes.
And considering you nearly took me out 4 times in practice,
Still there. Clear right.
Sorry, Will, I did not actually mean to have a dive at you there.
oh, that's okay.
Do I have to tell Corey off by the way after the race?
Can't adjust aero, Pedro.
What?
Too aggressive.
Corey and aggressive during the
Hey.
same sentence? Since when?
What? When did that happen?
What did I do, Dan? I actually backed out of it.
The leader's just done a 145.24.
Can I set a few fast laps and just battle?
Yeah, you
with
can't
keep
adjust
on
aero.
laps down?
It's a fixed
Or is
setup
that
though.
illegal?
The Porsche All-Stars races are all fixed setup. 100 litres of fuel, 115 litres of fuel.
Who
So
are you talking to?
there's no point in practicing
yeah,
with a
like
different
down-
setup to
down
what we're going to be
Corey.
using in the race.
Yeah, I'm not too fast.
But yes, if you were able to adjust the setup, it would definitely make the car faster.
I think that means you are here to win. Is what you're trying to say.
I'll take a fire boost when it comes, but it's a community race and have some fun. That's why.
Yeah.
That's the point.
I'm just like desperate to set a 2 that I'll.
Yeah,
Will is just copying every single alternate line known to man here.
What are you doing back there, Tom?
We think P6 has binned it in, turn 7.
Struggling to keep it in a straight line whilst also trying to
No, we can't
keep
change.
Will on his
We can
toes.
change the you can change the brake bias, and that's it. Literally it.
Come on, do a Jimmy impression and just send it.
I did accidentally last time round.
Alright.
There's a car leaving the pit lane. The guy in front has just done a 144.73. The gap in front has increased. It's now about 3.9 seconds.
Ooh, big frame skip there. Not used to having that happen. Not sure what that was about. Yeah, I'll try moving. I've just tried moving the bias forward a little bit more. Yeah, I'll give it a shot. We'll see.
Yeah, so Wilkinson behind is increasing. It's now 1.2.
Bad news, I'm not gonna finish the race.
That's all good. No worries, man.
Is it going to finish in the way we think it is?
Correct, Tom? Hello, man.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I want to
Till
slow
the
down
old
for that.
And YouTube. Corey's
Kidding
laptop
me?
still has a time lock on it.
You need to slow down a bit if you don't
So
want
the
to
screen
penalty.
just goes blank, but he's still in.
Already, I thought it went out of 11.
How did we get a 3.5
It is
second
11.
slow down for
You
that?
need to give
What
back the
the
time
hell?
gained.
Ah,
I gotta
bugger.
slow down, Tom, so just be careful behind me.
Yeah, all good.
Yeah, I got to slow down too, because I was going to do a 9.
On your left. Clear left.
That is absolutely ridiculous.
Come on, push like a bastard. We'll get this guy.
Oh, what?
black flag. We'll need to
Oh,
come
you
into the
kidding me?
pits.
I timed that.
Field
Oh.
of view's gone a little bit weird because that
I'm gonna
timer
have to
thing
come
came
into the
up.
pits now. Hey, Daniel, are you set up to clear drive-throughs?
I can, yep.
I just got a 41-second hold for apparently
three
Cayman
laps to
Apex. If
serve
you're
this
able to
penalty.
clear it, that would be awesome. If not, all good.
20 minutes remaining. You've got 20 minutes left.
All right, let's see if we can catch up to Tom again. Thanks, man.
None of
Legend.
this black flag nonsense in practice.
Yeah, the reason I'm braking a little early is, or lifting a little early, is I'm trying to get rid of that habit of overlapping. So as I was saying at the start of the video today, I'm not expecting to be as fast
2.1.
as I would otherwise be. What I'm focusing on here is trying to break those habits. So you will see a little bit of strange stuff, but what I'm trying to do is not be on the brake and throttle at the same time entering the braking zone. So I'm really trying to reset that muscle memory and reset that habit.
Can you get a 0x in race and with lap still counts?
No idea.
P5.
I don't believe so.
Copy.
All I know is Daniel and Matthew are having a good battle up there.
Well, at least we can have a battle with Tom here. This is good. Not brother Tom, different Tom, but still Tom. And Tom's a legend as well. He's one of the more active members of our Discord community. Always jumping on and helping answer people's questions and stuff. Very much appreciated. So it's good we get to have a bit of a battle here. Moving the bias forward a little bit has actually helped. Whoever it was that suggested that, thank you. Might actually go a little bit even further forward.
Thank you, Alex.
It'd be good to see you, Daniel, if you can make it in. Okay, maybe that was a little too far forward on the brake bias now. It's not quite turning in like it was. Minus 1.5 might be the sweet spot, I think.
The gap to Wilkinson ahead is now 0.9. You've just done a 145.89. That's your best lap in this session.
Woo! I almost lost it. Well, I'm definitely losing time in the chicanes though, definitely without question.
Brake fade isn't simulated in iRacing, right?
Nope.
Oh, it's understeer, come on. We'll get all these things nailed tomorrow, I think, when we do our session with VRS.
Cooking. You're smashing and racing the braking zones.
Yeah, righto. I feel like they have lost a lot of performance.
It's probably just the tyres going off.
Yeah,
Not
probably.
ripping as hard, yeah. I've heard a lot of people say that. It feels like it's brake fade rather than tyre fade, but yeah. Oh no!
Will, have you read what the back of my car says?
I'm too far back now.
Ah.
If you slow down, I'll read it. Don't know how I saved that one, to be honest.
Oh, did you get another slowdown?
No, I just nearly crashed. We'll catch back up with him again.
Okay, well, relax, focus, keep it smooth. 15 minutes left, that's 15 minutes. Halfway home, we've got plenty of fuel.
Problem is you lose the back end after a while. Once you've lost the back end once, it gets slidey every time. You mean the safety car, Tom?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I commented on that on the grid.
Ah, okay. I still got it on.
Cayman behind is increasing. It's now 14 seconds.
We stopped using the manual safety car after I spun the car under safety
Right.
car. Yeah. Oops.
There was more to it than that, but okay, sure. That was one.
The fact that we figured out how to use the iRacing safety
I
car.
think Emily Jones was driving the Porsche 911 Cup safety car in the first PESC race that we did, from memory.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was.
Oh, far out.
This is just one that we made with the league logo on the bonnet.
Had you not gotten
The gap to Wilkinson in front is now 0.8.
it would
No,
have
no,
been
no, no.
30 seconds.
That's not what I'm going on about. What I'm going on about is getting slowdowns on good laps.
Someone pushing too hard, trying to get the 142.
I mean, it's been on the amount of laps, so I just keep getting slowdowns or busting the last sector, last corner.
Nice catch, Tom.
This car is doing its best to kill me, I swear.
Mine's doing the same, mate. Emily's fast in everything, David. I sent her my HE Ultimates today to see how she goes with them. She's might not be running them for a little while yet, but we'll see. But I thought I wasn't using them at the moment, so I thought I'd send them down to her and see how she goes with it. So we'll see. Because she's just running on really, you know, I think she's running a T300 RS or something. It's like, I mean, I know we know that faster gear doesn't necessarily make you faster, but, you know, I was really surprised that she's as quick as she is on the gear that she uses. So I thought we'll send them down to her and see what happens, basically. How's Dylan doing 141s? I think he's cutting the track. Because he kept on getting slowdowns, he said.
The gap to Wilkinson
He's just
in
going,
front is
he
now
jumped the
1.4.
start, so he's just going for speed, going for height, for fast laps, I think. Alright, I really want to get Tom here. Come on. Yeah, she was on a G27, but she told me, I can't remember, I think it was T300 RS, she said. I asked her specifically the other night.
There's an incident in turn 4. We think it might be Banks.
Does not want to pull up. Come on. Yeah, that's it, Speed Force. That's exactly it, mate. All the gear in the... I mean, and again, you'll see when I do the VRS video, when I publish that video tomorrow, just, you know, how much it proves that skill is not necessarily influenced by the quality of the gear you're using, so...
P5. Okay, well, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left.
Come on, we've got to get him. We're closer than we've been. 0.8 again.
You're reeling Wilkinson in. The gap is
I was
now
just thinking that,
0.8.
Jim.
I'm pulling in the pits this lap. Just be careful, Matthew, behind me.
See if we can get a good exit here.
Should be good, Corey, because you'll have some break later on pit entry, of course.
Actually, no, I can get one more lap in. I got 3 minutes.
Ah, traction control.
No, I'll just give it up. Best to be safe than cause an incident.
A DD wheel with autosave. Yeah. Put a keylogger on it. Oh, Tom's out of shape. Let's switch to the inside line though, that was smart.
Heads up.
Very smart
Left.
switching to the
Still
inside
there.
line there.
Alright, I'm
Still there.
going to join back on my phone.
Hold your line.
I'll be back in a few minutes.
Clear left.
Car ahead is
Car left. Clear left.
Got him. Now can we stay here? Nice driving there, Tom.
I swear I didn't miss my braking marker trying to avoid you. I think I may have well and truly cooked the rear tyres.
Yeah, it'll come good again in a lap.
I'm going for a new set of rubber. This time will turn on within like 6 minutes.
Thanks, Matthew. We're
the gap
trying.
to Wilkinson behind is now 0.42.
No, not really. I'm just trying to get a 2. Like, really bad.
I'm just focusing on, as I said, trying to reduce that crossover and ingraining all those fresh new things that I learned this week in VRS. So hopefully by Sunday I'll be a lot quicker than this.
How many laps left would we have?
There's an incident in Wall of Champions.
And we've got just under 7 minutes, and just over 7 minutes as we cross the line, so probably looking at another 4 laps.
4 or 5, yeah.
Alright, cool.
Keep your concentration. Make
So
the
I
best
might
of work
get
for
one
it.
fast lap.
P3.
Just try and stay ahead of Tom here, get a podium.
I was going to say, feel free to pass me at some point.
I'm just getting a gap
If
because
you'd rather
I mean
fall
you are the
back.
fastest car, so I don't think I'll catch you in like 10 seconds or so. Or whatever I
Tom's still
get
pretty
to.
close. You
Yeah,
could
just
send it
don't
on the
hold
last
on
lap,
to your
for
minus, you
sure,
can.
from there.
Going now. 6 seconds.
Just trying to stay out of that traction control. Yeah, VRS definitely, I mean, yeah, definitely trail brake. Depends on the car and track, or more the car, obviously, but yeah, no, definitely trail braking. Some cars respond to trail braking better than others.
To go. This is good. We'll be on the podium if we can keep it together.
Oh, I gotta stay ahead of Tom though. He's quick.
That lap was a 146.22.
Getting taps. Having to take defensive lines here. We're catching up with some back markers too. That could make things interesting.
I let off too much when I hit the switch back.
Incident in turn 8. Looks like it's Phillips. Yellow flag. Watch out.
Whoops. I'm enjoying the battle though. Well, I'm using this wheel at the moment simply because this is the wheel that suits the types of cars that I'm doing in this championship. But no, if I'm doing other stuff, I swap wheels for sure. But this wheel works really well for GT3 and GT4, which is what I'm doing at the moment. So that's the only reason why I'm really kind of only using this wheel in videos at the moment. But
Gap to
yeah,
Wilkinson.
simple as
Behind
that,
us now.
really.
1.1 seconds.
Tom's dropped back a bit. One mistake though, he'll be right back with me again.
And I lost 2 attempts there.
You got a 42 up on your optimal chase.
Yep. I lost 2 attempts in sector 2 there.
Two minutes to go. 2 minutes.
Well, I feel like my consistency's improved a lot just since I've been trying to keep Tom behind me. I'm kind of hitting my lines quite consistently here. Lap times still aren't there, but I wasn't expecting that tonight. So I feel like it's going alright.
And I lost 2 attempts sector 2.
And again, I feel like if I can be consistent,
Oh my God, how is that a slowdown?
then yeah, we'll see.
That last lap was a 146.21.
Oh, good battle with.
You got a dodgy slowdown too, did you?
Yeah.
Same thing happened to me in the same place. I might still make a mistake. It's not over yet.
My map is
No, it wasn't clearing because the slowdowns here are stupid. They don't work properly against your lap delta.
Incident in the hairpin. It looks like Banks.
Your social credit just took a hit. I do have the bot set very, very aggressively. I'm not sure what you posted, but yeah, I do have to have it set pretty aggressively because a lot of the times you know, because of the times I'm streaming, like I don't know what time, but it's 11:30 at night here, so it's hard to have a large team of moderators on all the time, so I have to have it pretty aggressive. So apologies if you said boobs or something like that and got pinged for it. All right, final lap.
more to go. Keep it together, we'll be on the podium.
Well, I feel like I'm definitely hitting smoother lines now, so... Now I just need to work the speed in, get more confident, and yeah, we should be good.
I did it. Thank God.
You did it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
427, mate.
Looks like P1 has gone off in turn 1.
142.7, man, that is incredible.
Oh, thankful I did it. Oh, Shazer.
Yeah,
Looks
I'd
like
like
the
to
leader
see
has
anyone
gone off
in
in
the
centre.
All-Stars do that.
Oh, you never know,
That would
mate.
have taken a mental effort, Dylan.
We're gonna have to watch Dylan's lap after this. He did a 120.
That one.
What is that? A 142.7. That is
Jesus.
just
Yellow
insane.
flag, caution. That's
Alright,
2 minutes
well, we got a
left. 2
podium.
minutes. Great drive. That's a podium.
Nice. All right, let's have a look at Dylan's lap here. Thanks, guys. That was a lot of fun. Thanks for joining. Nice one, Tom.
Tom, you absolute tool.
I had a slowdown, so I needed to clear it. And it's
All
gone
right, let's have a
now.
look at Dylan's lap there, because yeah, I'm keen to see this.
Yeah, good race, guys. That was fun.
142.7, I think he said he did.
Crashy time.
That was so much fun battling with Will.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. That was good. All right, where is it? 142.
You would not be daved into making a mistake.
That's the practice times. Race 142.7. Okay, let's watch this. This will be a spectacle. 142.7. Definitely be saving and studying this replay. I mean, he was getting off tracks constantly throughout the race trying to do it. So, obviously it's like on the ragged edge and there's no way
Oh, I was
you
so
could carry
close
this
to
kind of
hitting
pace in a
Dylan.
race. I'm
Yeah,
just
I saw
watching,
that.
I'm
You
just
nearly
watching the
got
replay
it.
now. Look how close he is to that inside wall. So he's just being more aggressive. Oh yeah, over the curb there as well. He's just being more aggressive with his lines, but his lines aren't drastically different from mine. They're just tighter. I don't think there's going to be too many things. Yes, he's just hopping those curves. I might watch it from the external view as well, I think, because that might tell us a little bit more. I'll switch over to replay mode so you guys can see properly. We'll switch to replay cam, external cam, and we'll watch it again, because I think this is something that's valuable for you guys to see. It's not often you get to play around with the replay file of somebody of this level of skill, so we may as well milk it while we can. Oh, right up against the wall too, that is nuts. But I mean, it didn't look crazy fast, it's just so smooth.
I think the one's running a brake bias of like 44%. Was it 44.5?
I will tell you now.
What was he running his brake bias at?
44.75.
Jeez. Oh.
Yeah, Dylan is like a god at brake bias. He
Alright,
scared
let's
us
get
when we did our
OBS
Carrera Cup
running.
thing. Because everyone was like running 47, 46. And Dylan walks in and goes, try 42. And we're like, what?
You what? Okay, I
What-
just gotta
what was
give
that?
me 1 second to get this
What'd you say
replay so
there?
you guys can see it
In
properly.
in the league race, you were using 42% brake bias and whooped everyone. And we were just like, what?
Wait, what league race? Not AOG, was it?
Sorry guys.
Years.
I
Was
just
this in
gotta
the
sort
cup
this out
car?
quickly.
I never used 42 in the cup car. Never.
Yeah.
It might have been 44 or something.
Yeah, that sounds like it, but not 42.
I think it was just for one track. Or you were having a dip at
Yeah.
someone. But it was funny.
I'm pretty sure actually.
Almost
was
there,
something
guys.
like
Sorry,
that.
just got to sort this out. All right. And
Dylan,
then
do you
go
brake
over
all the way into the
to the other
corner,
keyboard.
or do you actually get out of the brake at any point while turning?
Yeah, thanks
Mate,
for
I am
watching, guys, as
rating the
well.
brake
I
pedal.
really do appreciate the level of support
All the
that
way.
you guys are
I'm
giving
just,
me with all this
mate.
stuff.
I
There's a
am
question in
smashing.
YouTube- There's a question in YouTube.
Really,
chat,
really
which I can
greatly
answer right here.
appreciated because it
It's-
makes it just makes it so much more
No,
fun
no,
when
I
you've
can
got
tell
a
you
couple
now,
of mates
not
or
Rolly. I am
179
rating
mates
the
to
brake
hang out with
pedal
while you're doing
until I get
stuff.
on the power.
And it's good to have a chat
That's
and sort of
basically
share a lot of that behind the scenes stuff with you guys as well. So thank you. All right, let's
I can
switch
have a look
over
now
to.
actually to confirm, but I'm pretty sure that's what I do.
I think we'll use chopper. Oh, we'll do chase. We'll do far chase cam. I think is going to be best. You guys can see that, okay? Yep. All right, let's get this show on the road, huh?
Look, I'm definitely hard on the brake pedal all the way until I start turning into the corner-ish.
142.7. Okay, let's do this.
I'm having a look through here.
Okay.
Yeah, look, I'm really hard on the brake pedal until I start turning in, and then I go
Look at
to
that.
about
Perfect.
well, really
Perfect.
light brake pedal. Just gets the car turned in a bit better. Just had a look then. and that's
Right
what
up against the outside. I mean, you can't get more precise. Look at that. Perfect. Yeah, the rotation is just something else.
I still hate that car.
Yeah, it's far from the best.
Yeah, disgusting.
Under the bridge. Perfect.
Supercar's the best on
Perfect.
iRacing.
I much prefer as a GT4 car the
I mean, it's not often you see
Just
a lap
GT3.
like this where like
something
every
like that.
single
GTA.
corner is just absolutely
fine.
optimum.
F3 is pretty good.
I think it did go down to first there, maybe. I don't know. We'll have to watch it again.
Yeah, Dylan's using first now at the hairpin. 'Cause,
Yeah, no, you know what I found out?
yeah,
First at the
Dylan
hairpin,
here.
no, first at the hairpin, and hold the limiter about a second,
Ah, okay.
then shift to second. I found that
Does
was
that help rotate the
retardedly
car?
fast.
Yeah, because I
No,
found
no,
I was
not
getting better
rotation.
rotation, but it was just
Rotation.
shitting the exit. Yeah.
No, it's actually, I would have rather used second, but the drive you get out of the corner in first.
Yeah.
And when you
okay.
hold the limiter for like a second,
Ah,
you get such a good drive out of the corner.
Because you were
It's
saying
crazy.
you were saying earlier as well that holding the limiter for a second in each gear seems to be faster as well, rather than short shifting it. So.
I mean, I just found it out like halfway through practice that
Interesting.
Yeah,
I
just as
was
late-
losing
as
like
late as
2/10
possible.
at least a lap in gear changes.
Wow.
Yeah, it was weird. I started doing it.
So end of the day, I
Nice.
just ended up limiter bashing the thing, and it was way faster.
Well, there
And
you
it's-
go.
Like you
It's
can
so
watch
weird,
my
yeah.
onboard at the hairpin, and you see what I did.
Yeah, I'll definitely watch it. We
But-
might actually just watch that again. We'll watch the onboard. I'm assuming the people
Dylan,
you
do
should
you
be
watching
able
the
to
stream are still interested because you're
VRS
still here.
telemetry
So,
log?
whoa, there goes Tom.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back to his onboard. We'll
You
actually
should
watch
send that lap to
From his
Will
onboard
so he
rather
can
than-
compare his telemetry.
How do you send it?
That'd be a Dan question.
Are you on
Yeah, I would know.
Are you on VRS? Are you telemetry logging?
Yeah.
Okay, I think you can do it through that.
Oh, I'll find a way.
That'd be awesome. Thank you, man. Really do appreciate you sharing all of this with us.
Yeah, that's all good.
Okay.
Because that's what like Dane and Blacklock do with us
All right. Let's
when
watch
we're way
this.
behind where we should be.
I mean, are you in teams?
Oops.
Would you be in a team with them on VRS? Or...
2 litres left. Very little fuel left.
Yes, I'm in a team. It's like a one-on-one
Looks like
coaching
it's
session.
the
thing.
cave.
So yeah, it'd
Yeah.
be something along those lines.
I wouldn't be able to join a team, obviously. But if you can find a way to like send the file over.
Yeah,
that'd-
I'll ask Peter from VRS. I'll send him an email.
Incident in the hairpin. It looks
Yeah.
like a cave.
I'll shoot you a message on Discord, let you know.
I'm pretty sure they'd be able to steal it for you and send
Yeah,
it to you.
I'm sure they can figure it out.
Yeah, just just VRS stealing all the hyperdocs.
It'll just disappear.
Look how early he's turning in there. That's
That's why
crazy.
Coender's so fast. They're just stealing
Alright.
all the team's stocks
Let's
and trying them out.
let's just
Baseline.
start here.
There's an incident
Okay,
in Wall of
let's go.
Champions.
Baseline.
We think it might be a cave. There's an incident in
Alright,
Turn 9.
here we go.
We think it might be a cave.
What week are they in on this season?
Incident in the hairpin. It looks like
So
a cave.
early turning in.
Oh, okay. I was close enough.
We should do a dirt oval.
There's an incident in Wall of Champions. It looks like it's a cave.
We're trying to encourage more people to actually take part in something like that. I think we have tried one and it didn't quite fire off like we'd hoped.
It's just so fun.
Incident in Turn 1. It looks like a cave. There's an incident in
I'm gonna have to
Senna.
turn off
We think
cruise-
it might
I'll turn
be
off
a
cruise
cave.
in a second too for you guys. See if I can do it now while we're watching this. Oh, it doesn't matter. We're near the end of the lap now anyway.
There's an incident in Turn 3.
Shut up, Jim. There we go. I don't even hear it. And when he goes, there's an incident in, I just don't even hear it anymore. Crazy. Alright, well, I think we will leave it at that for now. I need to get some sleep. It's getting pretty late now. It's 10 to midnight, so thank you very much for watching once again, guys. Yeah, really do appreciate all the support. Enjoyed the chat as well. We've got a couple of things to work on. We've got some studying to do. But yeah, I'll post up that VRS video tomorrow as well, take you through those training sessions and show you how all that works. I think a lot of you guys will find that really interesting as well, taking you through that whole one-on-one experience from last week. So stay tuned for that one. And yeah, I'll see you guys again. We'll probably have another video by the end of the week anyway, but I'll see you on Sunday or Saturday night, most people's time, Sunday morning my time, for the All-Stars race. See you then. Thanks again, guys. There goes Tom crashing into everybody. See you guys. Bye.
soul.